LLC with Imperial Gunmetal Crystal Edge Technology screens. I gotta get talked right out of my chair and sit down and do this video. Here's ready to get out of my chair. There you go. Come on, get out of my chair. I need to go work. You, on the other hand, don't do any work, so I don't even know why you're in it. Went to sleep in it. Come on, cha-cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha. Come on, cha-cha-cha. Oh, sit down. Okay, go eat. I'm going to take my stuff. All right, so basically, we are working on a pre-coated projection screen. And the reason why is because, again, I told you I'm going to be donating a few of these screens out throughout Allentown. And we found out the sizes we can get these screens in is going to be these colossal giant screens. Now, we're going to have screen sizes of normal sizes, but these are mostly screens for like outdoor event, or if you got a backyard to accommodate one of these monsters, then, you know, so be it. But smallest we're going to make the colossals in is 180. They go from 180 to 200, 250, which we have in demonstrations. And the one you're seeing in the thumbnail is 180 inch. And then the biggest one we have is around 300 inches. Pretty sure we're probably going to put a 300 inch screen in Allentown somewhere. That's a pretty big screen, but yeah. So how are we going to coat these? Well, actually, it's a roll-on application for these technologies. I always roll my screens in. This is the way I rather prefer doing it, because we have to put on 2 coats of an everyday primer. It doesn't make a difference as long as it absorbs into the screen. We have to do 2 coats of that, and then we have to apply the technology itself. So I'm probably gonna have me and another person are working to paint a 300 inch screen, which I'm pretty sure I don't need another person with me, but we'll see how that works out. Also too, where we're gonna paint the screens, oh man, there's tons of places all over Allentown that you could rent. Literally, there's places all over to rent all over Allentown. And we're not going to disclose our locations anymore because, again, we have weird individual people at the end of the day that we are taking to court. Some are being sued. Some got criminal charges against them for doing dumb stuff. So, you know, to cut down on that kind of nonsense and that kind of activity, because we don't have to worry about these individuals anymore. But any new ones that may try to pop up, we are going to be not disclosing our locations anymore due to the fact that these particular individuals do not know how to carry themselves in the respectable manner as adults. So, you know, to save us the time and trouble of dragging you into court for something stupid, we're just going to not disclose locations where we're going to be doing our stuff at. But you will get a chance to see these massive screens on display. We're going to be donating 4 of these monsters to Allentown. Right after this, I'm going to be talking to Parks and Recreation, also to setting up a meeting with the mayor, which I met, which don't know why I didn't bring that past him, but then again, that wasn't the right time and the right place for business anyway. We'll meet up with him. It's a small knit community, so it's not hard to meet people. And basically suggested we want to donate these massive screens due to the fact that I do love the environment. On top of that, it's going to be great for Allentown because, number one, it's going to bring in a whole new revenue of business for them. On top of that, you know, you're going to have a much tighter knit community because people can come together and watch movies and whatever. We have a special movie night for this, that, and the other, however they're going to plan it. And on top of that, it draws up a ton of business for our company because, again, you know, within the agreement, which we're, you know, hopefully agree, but I think they'll have no problem agreeing with, that they basically flash our information, because they should, because we're the ones that actually engineered the screen. So we'll get credit for our work, and we'll get massive amount of orders. Now, the part that I have to consider and think about is how many orders am I willing to receive and process, because I told you before, I'm really not looking along the ways of basically doing this on a huge corporation level. I want to keep this at a mom and pop's level. So we may have a certain limited amount on how much paint we push out or how many screens we push out. That's already in effect already for the limited edition collection line, which we only make 20 to 30 of those per month in an entire year. That's per month, not entire year. We got one screen designed for that, but that's something else completely different. So screenshots you're seeing right now, that is our actual screenshots that I took off the videos to show off a breakdown of how amazing the technology is and how in evening hours you can literally watch your screen without it washing out, which no white screen on the face of the planet has the technology to do that. We have that now. So with that being said, the only screens that I've seen since I've been down here in Allentown and I've been walking around doing my research are all white screens. That's all we bump into, is all white screens. First thing people do is they buy a white screen. They see a projector hooked up to it. They think that's the image you're going to receive because, you know, you're seeing a whole family of 4 or 3 or whatever out there, and you really believe that you're going to get that. And then when you set it up, you find out you're not getting that at all. They have to wait till it gets really dark outside. And even when it's dark outside, your picture quality still sucks, which we're going to basically back that up and show that on a side-by-side demonstration of our technology versus white screens. This is why I said it's very important to test your products, make sure they work, because if you ever have to go out into the mainstream or go out on site, you have to be to back this up 100%. So we have to be to prove that that black technology has the ability to overpower a white screen. So this is why it's very important. Testing, 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 testing. And of course, all our products are batch number guarantee, which you should be asking from the door, is this product batch number guarantee? Always request batch number guarantee. Always request it. If you took the time to research your projector, if you took the time to research your movie chairs and everything else, you took the time to do the research, you need to research your screen paint, make sure it comes with a batch number guarantee that your product is tested before, and make sure you can have tests after, or before the product sold and after the product sold. You want to make sure of that. If they can't give you that batch number guarantee, and you go someplace else that has one. We're the only ones who have one, so you know that. I don't think anyone's going to take that leap of faith and do a batch number. All right, so popping over to the site. We're going to be changing some things, which means I'm going to make certain screens available on the Black Series website. And then for the FLE technology, those particular screens, they will be available on our new website, which we're going to be building pretty soon. We have another company coming up pretty soon for that technology. It'll be on a certain special website. You know, it's pretty much going to be cut and dry. You're really not going to search for these screens. You're going to be right there. All right. But as I said before, we already, for the FL technology, we have a major distributor which will be involved in that technology, that one only, because they're going to be probably get about, in our inventory, out of 30, not a lot either, we're probably going to have 5 screens available on our website, and they will get the rest. So you have to go through them. If you don't find it on our site and it says sold out, you'll have to go through them. Later on, we'll disclose the company that we're working with on the new FL technology. Keep in mind, FLE technology, keep in mind when you work with these businesses, you're going to have to be able to provide a product that actually works. And that's one of the things they advise, that, you know, the guy I was talking to said he goes through it a lot. People will contact him, they'll beef up a product more than what it's supposed to be, and you'll never hear from him ever again. Now, we were supposed to provide them with a screen paint, but I thought a projection screen would be much more sufficient on top of that, because there's less paperwork, especially when we get ready to ship this thing overseas. Let me see what we got going on here. All right, so the screens you're seeing in the screenshot, that's not going to be the technology. That's giving you an idea of what the technology is going to be. It's going to be way beyond that. Way beyond that. We're going to be way beyond that. We got this new superior ambient light rejection technology we're working on. It's going to be way beyond what you're seeing in the video demonstrations, but it gives you an idea of exactly what we're working toward. Okay, now smaller screens. Yeah, we got smaller screens coming out at sizes. I think they're at 100 inch to 150 inch. They're basically called the cinema flows. Those particular screens are designed for front and rear projection. They're designed for acoustic technology. It's an interesting outdoor screen. And all our technology, of course, is ultra short though compatible, which is going to be needed desperately in some of the demonstrations, some of the places we have to set these screens up. An ultra short projector is going to be required. I've seen 5,000 lumen Optima ultra short throw projectors. They're quite pricey, but you know, again, it's a city, so you know they're going to spring for the crazy stuff. Pretty much they are. Our screen being hit with a 4K, and you're going to hit it with a 4K. It's coming. You know what I mean? Even though we know our technology is way beyond, we can make a 720p look absolutely incredible. Yeah, it's going to basically take the screen to another level. So you'll get a chance to see Mr. Bird walking past here and saying, hey, look, there's my screen right there, my giant monster. Or sitting up there with a bowl of popcorn with a bunch of people, and they will know who I am. I'm going to get a little fame off of this. Hopefully not. Hopefully nobody knows who I am. I kind of like it better that way. I love it that way. I don't want people coming up to me and saying, hey, man, bug the daylights out of me. Because then I won't have any peace of mind. I can go down the park, look at squirrels. Nobody knows who the freak I am. Maybe I can keep my anonymous. That'd be nice right there at the end of the day. That'd be nice. Anyway, I say that right now, and trolls are like, "Oh, we're gonna make everybody know that you made the screen and how amazing it is." Oh, thank you. So that you think that will bug me? No. Bottom line, at the end of the day, I can get peace of mind for once. That's why I'm buying 7 acres next year to have my own land out in the middle of nowhere that nobody even knows exactly where it's at. So yeah, that's what that's for. It's my resort to get away. But yeah, if you want to basically put me out there and give me some more advertisement, say, hey, we know where he's at and who he is, blah, 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 blah. He's the guy who designed that amazing screen. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. But anyway, that screen is going to be beast. It's going to be beast. If you looked at the slideshow demonstration, you've seen that demonstration of screens at nighttime, good gracious. Those things are monsters. As I told you before, that is a 720p projector. The first demonstration is a Sony VPL FH30 at 4,000 lumens at around 1920 by 1200. Now, before people start speaking, say, but it doesn't make a difference. 4,000 lumens don't pick up on white screens. 5,000 doesn't pick up on a white screen. 1,000 lumen won't pick up on a white screen. Ultra short, those don't pick up on a white screen. I think with a collection I had that large, I think I would have tested these different projectors on different forms of white screens and gray screens. So no, they don't pick up at all. The screens can't capture light. That's the problem. And they just basically come up looking washed out and dirty. You should be able to look at your cell phone and look at the screen. It should match. If you can't get that, if you look at a star field on your phone and you look at the screen, if that doesn't match and your screen has problems. Matter of fact, that's a good experiment for you people who have screens inside your home right now. Go look at your star field and stick it against your screen and see if it matches. If it doesn't, then guess what? Your screen's not working. Neither that 4,000 or 5,000 or 2 million to one that you paid for your projector is not working at all, period, because it can't see it at all. That's a good experiment right there. Just take it and stick it against your wall. As a matter of fact, we'll do one here today. I'll take my cell phone to the screen and put on a Starfield demonstration, put up as a challenge. How many people can do that right now? That's a good wake-up call for you. Your projector does not see black, and if you can't see black, you can't read color. That's what happens. Oh, as a matter of fact, hold on. Where's my mother's cell phone? I got another one here. That's a good one right there. That's a really good one. That is a real good one. I don't know why I didn't think about that earlier. That's a good one. That's a good test to see if your screen's functioning. Fully lit environment. Stick that baby in a fully lit environment. Take your cell phone, put it on a star field, stick it against your screen right now. See if it matches. It ain't gonna match at all, period. That means your screen's outdated. And even with those of you who have these 4,000, 5,000 projectors, yeah, it ain't gonna matter. It'll make a difference. You can't pick it up. Contrast won't pick it up. So you take a little part of your screen, take your projector and shrink it so there's an overlap and hit your phone. And you put one side there and you put your phone on the other side and you pull up a star field and see if you're seeing a black level. I bet you up. I bet you at least the day, at least 99%, well, the ones who have our technology won't fail. But those of you who don't have it, your screens will fail. That's a good presentation. I gotta buy me a tablet now, because we need to do that. That'll be cool. One of my presentation demonstrations, I'm thinking some crazy stuff I want to do. One of my presentations is actually for me to wear an all black suit. So I'm gonna walk in front of a screen while I start, let's fire it up, and then we're gonna hit it with all white level. None of that will register to the screen. I'll look like well, you'll see me stand out easy. That's to show our screen's amazing white level capabilities. Because one of the things that we deal with the most is when we're showing off black technology is the ability for the screen to produce a high white level. If you look at the demonstration, and there's a video to match everything we put out, you will notice that when we show the snow demonstration off the 250, that the light is reflecting off the grass. The grass is literally white in front of the screen. That's how much light these screens push off. But that's a good test right there. Hold on, we got to do that one today. That's a good one. Oh, that's a good one for a batch number test too. On top of the batch number display. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Everybody got cell phones. If your screen's pulling that contrast level, and it says, and especially with those of you who claim to have ambient light rejection technology, yeah, stick that thing up against your screen. See what happens. See if you can pick up a same match. Let me see what we're doing here. Starfield screensaver.
Starfield screensaver.
Oh, y'all not gonna pass this. Y'all can't pass that. Y'all can't. Y'all don't pick up a contrast heavy enough for this. There's no way in the world you can stick a phone up against your screen and pick up that. You won't register it at all, period. You can't read it. There's your wake-up call right there. Take your cell phone, take it out of your pocket, put on a star film. Don't forget to turn all your lights on, because black, if you have a real black infinity black level, you can have all your lights on in the environment, and you should be able to match that perfectly with no problem. It's a bit of a wake-up call. Y'all can't. There are people out there who have, and I've been in chat rooms with gray screens. I've gone to gray screen chat rooms all the time. And we walk in there, and the first thing they say is, "Oh, your product's too dark. It doesn't pull up." Yeah, my screens can read out in the daytime hours. What about yours? Oh, you don't pick up in the daytime hours. You gotta wait till it gets late at night. Yeah, you don't register inside. You don't register outside. Gunmetal technology can destroy y'all screens at ease. Y'all really don't have anything. Show me real color, and y'all can't pick that up. And if you have a product, then I make an offer to buy it, and then they leave. They log off. If it works, it works. Which one is it? Oh my goodness, I thought about that. That's a pretty cool idea. Now I'm over here doing something crazy. I'm thinking about that's a pretty good idea, right? That's a challenge. That's going to become a challenge. So you know that's coming, right? That's a challenge now. We're making that a challenge. Making that a challenge. It doesn't make a difference, your screen size. I'm going to get some heavy duct tape because I'm not going to get my phone destroyed. Yeah, I'm doing that today. So we got a challenge coming out for everybody today. Challenge is, can your gray and white screen see infinity black levels? So the first thing is, one of the number one things you need for a projection screen to function is going to be an infinity black level. It has to be, because you can't pick up color without that infinity black level. So are you reading 100% black? And the best way to do that is to take your cell phone. I got two of these cell phones, so I can do one back and forth, or tablet, or whatever you got, and put that against your screen and see if you're reading it. I don't think they're gonna pass that one, Taco. It's a really rough one to go through. Wait a minute. Sorry, people, I'm occupied. I do this all the time. Starfield screensaver. Really? I think Google just does that to tick you off. I swear I think they do. This is the number one reason why I would never line my house with freaking voice recognition software. Starfield screensaver. I would literally never put this stuff in my place. Never. This stuff doesn't read correctly all the time. Yeah, y'all are going to have a rough time with that one. So let me show you. You got to read that. Y'all can't read that. That's a 4,000 lumen projector and sitting that far from the screen. If you can't pass that test, your screen's outdated. You have to read 100% contrast in order to have a functioning screen. That's why y'all go out and y'all spend tons of money for projectors with all these same amount of contrast on, because you figure that's going to put back what you're going to lose. That projector can't help you. You still can't read it. You're picking up a shade of gray. That's why a lot of y'all sit in these dark environments saying, look, I see a contrast level. Well, newsflash, guess what's interesting about contrast levels? If you have a real 100% infinity contrast level, it can pick up in a fully lit environment, even outside, without washing out or fading. That's like a white screen. If you have a white screen produces a 100% white level. If you show a snowstorm off a white screen, guess what? It can pick up a white level whether it's in the dark or with the lights on. It doesn't make a difference. It can pick up a white level because the screen is white. Same thing like black screens. That's what capability they have. They can pick up contrast levels regardless if they're in fully lit environments because the screen is black. So what does a gray screen pick up? Can't see contrast. It doesn't register a white level. So what does it do? And it can't read color. You just explained the three basic things that you need to get a screen to run: color, white levels, and contrast. And the most important of them all is your contrast level. Now for our technology when it comes to black, because black screens already had that capability, it would be a white level for us. For a gray screen, the last thing y'all need to be worrying about is a white level. Why are you worrying about a white level? You know how light your screen is? That's not an issue. Your issue is your contrast, and your issue is your color, and your issue is ambient light rejection technology, which doesn't apply to your screen. It only applies to much darker screens. This is why someone says that they have gunmetal and they're in dark environments constantly all the time. You don't have a gunmetal screen. Gunmetals can thrive in fully lit environments. They have that capability because they're darker technology. That's why I said people were explaining this to you, didn't know what they were talking about. They had it backwards. When people developed the gray screen, they didn't develop a gray screen because they said, you know what, we want higher white levels. Well, you have a white screen out there already that does have white levels. It's just basic common sense. Why would you develop a gray screen paint for high white levels if you had screens that were out there in the market that were white? There were no gunmetals, there were no black screens, it didn't exist. So the only two screens you had on the market was white and gray. That's it. So what was the purpose of the gray screen being developed? It could have been a white level because there were already white screens out there. It was for a darker screen to produce better contrast and color. And because the screen was slightly a little darker, it had the ability to be able to capture a little bit more light than the white screen. It faded less. That was the purpose of the gray screen. But then since you have darker technology like black screens and gunmetal, now they switch up and saying, oh, it's about the high white levels. No, if that's the case, go buy a white screen. So the gray screen's purpose was to produce higher contrast, and you have a gunmetal screen, which is way beyond a gray screen paint, only problem is the cost of it all. Then what is the purpose of the gray screen now? And the whole purpose of the gunmetal was to produce a higher contrast, better than those gray paints. I'm pretty sure they did their tests at the end of the day. That's why they launched these things. We have a black technology that produces infinity 100% black level. What's the purpose of the gunmetal now? Yeah, there you go. Now you understand the pecking order of command. That's what it's called, the pecking order. Among chickens, they have something called the pecking order, which comes down to the bottom to the most superior. And in the pecking order, we are number one. Because again, the only black screens I've seen so far come up too dark. The other ones canceled orders, so we already know where they're hitting at. And they don't pick up on ultra short though, which again, still can't figure out why how that's possible. How a black paint can't pick up an ultra short throw. Even a paint can't pick up an ultra short throw. And if for anyone sits there and says with a gray screen, oh, my product is ultra short throw compatible, they're all ultra short throw compatible. What the freak are you talking about on camera? House paint picks up an ultra short throw. You literally saw that in the demonstration. Network Gray picked up on an ultra short throw. Didn't have a problem, did it? Nope. Picked up perfectly fine. Then guess what that would make that paint? Ultra short throw compatible. There you go. So yeah, all paint is ultra short throw compatible. The only time it's not ultra short throw compatible, unless it has something in it that doesn't make it ultra short throw compatible. And the only ones I've seen that had that ability were gunmetal screens because they have a reflective surface. Besides, the diamond doesn't have that issue because it didn't pull up a dark edge when I want to turn to the side. So it doesn't have an ultra short throw problem at all, period. So why paint's not doing it? Man, scratching my head on that one, I freaking don't know. It's weird. It's just really weird. You should have a product that it should be the pickup. So I don't even know how it even works. That scares me to trust that stuff anyway. The stuff doesn't even come out the right color. Don't know what you're doing with it. I haven't tested it right. There's no test on it. That's why I said make sure that product has a batch number guarantee on it. And for those people sitting up there ranting in my account, not those, I got somebody else ranting in my account like an idiot. Talking about, oh, so the reason why you're posting batch number because you're the only one, yeah, with a batch number. There you answer your own question. That means you need to go get a batch number. Gee whiz, you're gonna get mad at me because I'm telling people to look for batch numbers when they buy products. Then guess what, Skippy? You need to design a product that basically that's tested before you sell it, so that way you know what you're selling and you can put a batch number next to it. Now, gentlemen, let me remind you on the batch number. Batch numbers require you to do gray versus gray and black versus black demonstrations. If you haven't done these demonstrations already, you're going to fail a batch number. Can you imagine the individual when he got caught with the network gray and the bear? Can you imagine if that was a batch number? Can you imagine that? If that was an actual batch number that he was doing and that happened on live on camera. And keep in mind, batch numbers have to be done live. Can't do them pre-recorded. They all have to be done live. So that way you can see there's nothing going on, nothing finicky, nothing fishy, no editing, none of that nonsense. It all has to be done live. So that's the reason why the guy was in a rant in my account about, oh, you just, because you guys are tested, because you got, yeah, you're answering my question because I'm tested, because I can do batch numbers and you can't. I think there was somebody else who made screen paint, I guess on eBay. Well, I'm sorry if it ruffles your feathers. I'm sorry if it ruffles your feathers, but your stuff should have been tested before you sold it. A lot of you are going to collapse. There's going to be nothing left of you, and I guarantee there'll be nothing left of you. You're going to have to pull your entire product line because none of your stuff is tested. You've been selling it for years and years and years with no testing underneath of it. So no, your product line is going to collapse. You basically will lose your business. And you want to get mad at me at the end of the day because I should keep my mouth shut and allow you guys to continue to ride the gravy train and rip off customers. If I'm a customer at the end of the day and I find out that I can match your paint to a $30 gallon of paint, I'm going to be highly ticked off. So the question is, people never think about how come screen paints don't have to be tested. They test motorized projection screens and every other certified screen on the face of the planet. They go through testing. So how come screen paints don't have to go through? They should. All of them should. And if that rustles your feathers and that makes you upset, then guess what you need to do? You need to go back and you need to redesign your entire product line again. And this time, make sure you have a gray versus gray demonstration so you can prove at the end of the day that you're not shipping customers everyday house paint. Because the last thing you need right now, and I don't got the time for it, is a YouTuber to pop up and go, I think I'll go buy some of these paints. And I think I'll do some demonstrations with these products versus gray products. Because again, if they try us at the end of the day and they do anything in the demonstration that's not truthful, we can back ourselves up and take it to court and clean the clock at the same time because we can back our stuff. But to you gray paints, if somebody decides to go after you guys, you're in a lot of freaking trouble. A lot of trouble. You're not passing that freaking gray tower of tones. It's virtually impossible. You're going to match one of those jokers at the end of the day. That's the problem. It's going to be a problem right there. It is really going to be a problem. Mind you, the Network Gray 773 is lighter. It's a lighter paint. The product that the individual was selling is a little bit darker, and it still was able to match this product. The Network Gray 773 is a monster. It's a nightmare of all projection screens because it has something called perfect tone attached to it. The perfect tone of black. That's what it has. It'll match just running. It'll match 4 or 5 screens easily. But on top of that, enough about their nightmare at the end of the day. What about the consumer? What did you get at the end of the day? What do you have on your wall right now that you can't go over to Home Depot and Lowe's and match? What do you have? That's what people have been doing. They go to Home Depot and Lowe's, they take a swat, they paint it in, they put it against the wall, and they found that it matches. Because the product wasn't tested, that's why. You don't know what you're getting in the can. So that's why our technology from the new Alpha CINEMAX to the Imperial Gunmetal, the FL screens, which already had testing. We already did the black versus black, which we're not done with that yet. We're having fun with that thing. We already showed you it easily can crush black paint. It's easy. We're just going to go through everything, get the test done, and I have to literally make a separate page for our black versus black because the page is literally going to be that big from all the testing we have to do. We even have to expand our test pages. We don't have the room for all the testing that has to go on. My 10,000 videos in. Think about it. Literally having archives. So there are people upset by that. But let's get to these outdoor giant screens. I can't wait to register one of these giant monsters. I haven't done a 300-inch screen yet. So I figure, okay, down here there's a lot of huge lot spaces. Matter of fact, I just saw one. Oh, wait. Yeah, I just saw one a couple of days ago. Someone had one to rent. These are huge lot spaces that they have to rent out here. Grab one of these bad boys right here. And again, But my friends over at Zoning, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, guys. My friends over at Zoning for meeting these people, because then I can go by him and say, hey, look, I want to set up a display screen right here. What kind of zoning, what kind of permits do we need to get this thing up and going? Because I want to display this. They love our technology, by the way. They find it quite fascinating. Oh, man. Wait till we get our technology embedded in there. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to put a screen there. And it's at a perfect spot, too. It's literally at a perfect location. When you come off the bridge, I'll show you today. I'm going to do a walkthrough today. When you come off the bridge, it's right there. Literally right there. It's a perfect connection for traffic. Man, we put one of them cubes over there. Gee whiz Louise. A ton of money will push through that freaking, right to that section right there. There are lots of sections in Allentown that have these joint areas where all these cars come together, and it's perfect. Of course, we don't want to cause any accidents on top of that, because the thing is going to be kind of interesting to look at. So, got to be careful about that too. But yeah, can't wait. Am I going to be out today? No, tomorrow. I got updating to do. I got updating for this site, updating that site, and I got orders coming in today. And I got orders to ship out tomorrow. I'll be out. Excuse me. I'll be out and about tomorrow for the ship outs for there. I can't wait for them to come down. They can't push the date up to faster because they're still coming down, which I'm hoping they do, because again, there's some stuff I want to talk to. The guy already updated them on everything we talked about. So when I went to the office, me and him had a long talk. Yeah, he updated everybody on what's going on. So when they come down, there's a few things I want to talk to them about on things I want to do down here. And they can give me some information, make some new applications. So I hope they come down here. I want to get started on this. My application goes in tomorrow for my drywall, for making it to the game shop. And on top of that, I can get pipes in here. So basically, a friend of mine, like I said, does plumbing and all that stuff. He said, "I'll come and do the whole thing for like $150 and one of my screens." That's it. So he's going to set it up for me. So all I have to do is figure out exactly what paperwork we need, and he'll help me out with that. To help with anything I need. So I can get plumbing in here, and we get water running through this bad boy. And I got some other projects I want to do all over down Allentown to show off. Oh, wait till I show you where the window display is going to be at. First, I'm not going to show you the window display yet. I'm going to show you one of our technology sitting in the window so you can see it. You can't miss it. You literally can't miss it. There are people going to be staring that thing up and down. It's going to bring so much business, a lot of business for us. But we got to figure out how we're going to, like I said, I want a small business. I don't want anything huge. Spyro. Really, I'm going Spyro. Yeah. See my technology lately? And that's the old technology we have. All right, let me see what I want to do here. Because we're going to need these are going to be pre-coated screens at 180, the smallest one. These are the Colossals. So these are the big boy screens. 182, biggest screen around 300 inches. So we got 180, 200, 250, and then 300. This is going to be pre-coated. I already have a spot already to coat my screens at already. The 3-car garage will accommodate easily a 300 screen with no problem. I did a 250 and less room space than that. So yeah, easy to do. I am going to put my own fan system in on how I drive my screen. So I'm actually building my own platform. My platform's going to be sick that I can drop my screen on. We'll have fans locked on each side, and then I'll have basically my grommet, so I can actually tie the screens on each side to bring the screen up a little bit. So it basically drives the screen from the top and bottom. So I'm actually building my own system. I got to cut a hole in the top part. Okay, put it this way. You ever seen how to keep laptops cool and they got the fans at the bottom? Yeah, same scenario like that. So if it's a giant wooden plank or deck that we're building, and that's how we're going to set it up. There's a couple of areas in the park that I've been looking at, and I'll run that past Parks and Recreation to see exactly if we could do some demonstrations out there if they don't mind that, which we shouldn't have a problem, because like I said, we're donating stuff to the city, so it shouldn't be an issue for us to get out there and get this set up. So we'll get a chance to test some of these screens off. We do have, for our outdoor section, we do have our own form of inflatable screens coming up. And these things are going to be sick. I mean, real sick. From all the testing I've done on inflatable screens, there's a lot of things I don't like about them. So this is going to be real nice. Can't wait to start getting that stood up. How come they don't have a 235.1 inflatable screen? They don't even have a 235.1 motorized projection screen. I'm still thinking about that. About putting a 150-inch tension screen in here. I haven't had a motorized screen in so long. I've done tons of fixed frame screens. Oh my goodness. That just hit my head just now. God just gave me an amazing idea. I'm doing a motorized projection screen. I know I'm changing back and forth, but this is what I want to do. The motorized projection screen, the casing, I can make that look like a huge, massive thundercloud. I can even make it where we can have a long enough cable on the back. When the screen comes out, it'll actually go with the cable, but you won't see the cable on the bottom half. But I want it so it looks like a huge, massive thundercloud. I want it part of the ceiling and everything. So when we bring the screen out, the thundercloud opens up. Oh, that would be freaking hot. That'd be hot. On top of that, my thundercloud displays, we're going to put the chasers up there because I want to be able to do the build up and basically the lightning strikes. But I'm also going to be putting like heavy pockets in the area. We're going to put strobe lights in because I want this. And then some small speakers up there so you can hear the thunder go off. The guys said when I get finished with them, they want to see pictures of it. So I can't wait to show them. It's going to be also, we're going to do something completely different. We know everything we do, God allows us to go outside the box. We go way outside the box, way outside the box. GPS is needed. If you're following us outside the box, GPS is needed. All right, let me get over here and let's get some pages put up here. We're gonna need some stuff up here. Let's see. We need to go over into our. Let's see. Where's my page, man? Let me see. On the site. None of these are right. Oh, we came out of that one altogether. Okay, that wasn't smart. All right. Got to tilt you people a little bit. I got orders coming from customers. When we go to the site, it shows their information. We don't show customers information. There we go. No, we don't need that. Give me over to that. There we go. And then we're going to be working on a vegetable cool PC. That's what we're going to be working on next. We're going to get ourselves a micro fish tank and turn that into the PC in the back. So we'll be working on that project over. That's the next project we'll be working on. So in the gaming garage, a cyber gaming garage, what are we going to be doing in here? Well, we're going to be doing PC builds. We're going to show you how to design your own props for your own mod displays. Even show you how to take these suckers apart. I'm going to take these monitors apart and actually recode and redesign them. We were doing all that stuff when I used to build and design stuff. But I don't think I'm going to do too much. We're going to do some monitors, and we can do some monitors, and they're not really a threat to us in the day. And then we're going to be showing off our gaming screens, stuff like that. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff. We're going to be showing you how to design your own, build your own computer desk with basically see-through peekaboo screens and all that stuff, and all that cool stuff you want to know how to do. Even build computers, everything. So we do a lot of interesting stuff in here. All right, let's go over here and let's grab, let me see. I do want to have a RetroPie competition, you know, so we want to get something, we get a portable screen we can set up, and we can basically hook up a RetroPie EcoFlow system, and we can just challenge people, like total strangers, to sit down and just basically battle it out. Give them free gift cards or something like that. That'd be cool. Winner gets gift card. Do like something like, I don't know, like $25, $50 gift card, and they can basically battle it out. Little Mortal Kombat, whatever, you know what I mean, do it retro style. So that'd be cool. And that's good publicity for the company. This is the kind of stuff I was thinking about wanting to do. But I was in the apartment, and the apartment was making me depressed. So basically, I didn't have the mood for it. All right, let me see. Let's go pop over to... Let's see, by here. I'm going to be over in here. Let's see. Wait, 1120. Gee whiz. I'm not working all night, just finishing some stuff. I'm still doing installation in here. All right. This sale is going to be ending. It's not going to be ending soon. Oh, thank you to all of you who supported our Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So we really appreciate that. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I talk to a lot of customers. You got a chance. That's what I like doing. I'd rather have it where I can speak to my customers directly, because it gives me a chance. You know, that's how a lot of my customers became friends. As a matter of fact, I just met one a couple of days ago. Me and him talked for about hours on the phone about all kinds of stuff. And he's got my gamer tag. So now we game now. We're going to be doing World War Z together. This is going to be so freaking fun. So it'll be me and two other people be on there. My other friend, and we play all the time. So he's going to be on there with us. I got to teach him the ropes. Whatever you do, don't run out in the dark and get murdered, because you don't want that crap. We got to come get you. That's my other buddy. She has a habit of doing that. That's why her nickname is Run Out in the Dark and Get Murdered. All right, let me see. I love freaking zombie games. They got a new DLC coming out for the for the World War Z. Oh, I cannot wait. And one of the things they did upgrade They're what's it called? They're I can't think of the name of it. They're horde mode. They upgraded it. Thank goodness, about time. Because man, they're freaking being stuck at that airport was a freaking nightmare at the end of the day. I hated doing the nightmare levels, but now they stretched it out where you can have it in different areas now. Oh, he did a good job with it. And you can last a lot longer too, and you get more perks for basically buying weapons and stuff. Because man, that was a freaking headache. All right, let me see. We got this one right here. So we're going to come in, and we're going to add. We got to add another screen for this one. This is the Thunder Shamrock. So these are gaming screens we got coming out. We have them in several different colors. The last one we're going to have is called a Scarlet Samurai. That's the last one. These are actually part of the exotic collection, but they're going to be converted to FLE technology. That's what they're going to be converted into. Now, again, will I be painting these screens? No, I'm hiring people. I'm hiring professionals to come in, but no Wagners. These are all professional, high-powered machines that we need to make sure these screens have an excellent thin coat of gorgeous attached to them. So these things are going to be unbelievable. So these are going to be a little easier to get than the other limited editions. These are not limited editions, but we're going to make so many of them. But again, they're going to be easier to get. This is for your hardcore gamers out there. Now, keep in mind, if you want to watch movies and sports, you can do it with the screen. It's not a problem. But it's going to have an interesting color to it. Very interesting color. So the Thunder Shamrock is green. It's actually green transparent. Did you know that? It's going to be freaking sick. I can't wait. The Sugar Plum Fairy, we haven't disclosed what color that's going to be. And the Leviathan is going to be a strange color. Your friends are going to keep your friends from touching the screen. Please don't touch the screen. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy, crazy, crazy. Now the Sugar Plum Fairy, that is gonna be our promotion screen. You know why, right? Because I'm gonna pop into a forum site with a screen called Sugar Plum Fairy. We want people to laugh at it. We want people to make fun of it. We want people to underestimate it. And then in the testing under that technology, it will level every gunmetal certified screen with ease, with no problem. It'll produce in fully lit environments without a problem as FLE embedded into it. You're gonna learn to respect that unicorn. The unicorn. We had one column coming. Oh, the unicorn fairy would have been a good one too. But now we take the Sugar Plum Fairy. So yeah, you're gonna learn to respect that technology. But that's why we had designed that screen. It's an advertising. So we drop into a room and you see something called Sugar Plum Fairy. Guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna go in and see what the heck that's about. Sugar Plum Fairy. What the freak is that? You're gonna go in and see something you've never seen before. It's gonna draw a lot of attention. That's why we had people contacting us back and say, "It's gonna be a guy screen too. You guys make one for guys?" Like, yeah, it's a Leviathan. Leviathan's going to be a insane screen, too. And they're going to have T-shirts attached to them, hats, bobblehead dolls, all that cool stuff. They also come with LED lights. We're going to put chasers on those babies. So it doesn't make a difference. Male or female, you can have that Sugar Plum Fairy. Male or female, you can have the Leviathan. Or if you just want to go with the Silver Shamrock, or you want to go with the Scarlet Samurai. So this is what I need. I got a friend of mine. She's a good storyteller. I need an origin. I need a story behind the screens. That's why we need like a little comic book to go with it. Oh, shoot. I need to contact her. She's a graphic designer. She's really freaking good. She can design our comic books for these screens. I want these screens to have their, like the Sugar Plum Fairy. You see how that world is designed for that? And Leviathans, they have their own worlds. This is what we're going to build around these screens. They have their own worlds wrapped around them. I want people not only to come in and see the screen, but to feel the technology, feel it. Come engulf with what we're trying to tell you. All right, so let's see. Can we get a copy of this one? I need to get a copy. Boom, 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 boom. Get a copy of this one. Save and duplicate. So this one's going to have FLE technology. But I'm real excited about the outdoor screens. The outdoor screens are going to be amazing because, again, no more washouts. No more worrying about waiting until late at night to show a movie. You know, when you got a movie, like a get-together on Saturday, and you got to wait until like 8 to 9 o'clock for the screen to fire off. And it's still, even then, it's going to look bad. But still, you got to wait that late. At around that time, most people want to go home. Some people got to be up for church tomorrow morning. Some people, Sunday's their last day off, and they want to spend the whole day doing something. They just don't want to be there. Just want to go home. I know, no disrespect and all towards and all, but they're tired. They want to go home. They spend the whole day eating and having fun and drinking and whatever. And when it gets kind of late, things start to wind down. People start losing their attention span. They just want to sit down, just chill and talk and go home. That's it, pretty much. So it's nice to start the movie off at around 5 to 6. Wouldn't that be nice? You know, by then the kids are already asleep. Most of them are pretty much asleep. And they're not hopped up on sugar already, but they're asleep and they're knocked out. Time to go home. The party starts breaking down at between 8 and 9. And then you got neighbors that like to complain. So then, that too on top of that. But imagine getting that party started at 5 to 6. Or imagine where if you're basically using our inflatable screen technology, where we have to design a special coating for that, and you want to do parties, you want to do events and all that, the fact that your screen is black is going to draw attention because everyone's used to seeing white screens. That's why that giant black screen sitting up there, people are going to stare at it and figure out like, what the freak is that for? I got that all the time. Anytime we had the black screens in the backyard, I had golfers would come up to the gate and just stare at it because they couldn't figure out, why would he just have a giant black screen there? Why is it backwards? We get that all the time. And then one time we were out there and they were still out there pretty late in the day. They're out there doing some golfing. And the guy came over and says, what is that for? He saw me sitting. I said, oh, that's a projection screen. Fired it up and he was like, gee whiz. They look like TVs. So let me see. So I think the biggest demonstration I want to do on the Colossals is I want to do a 250-inch setup on a white screen and a 250-inch setup on a black screen side by side. That'll be one of the biggest demonstrations we've ever done on outside demonstrations. So I'm going to see what I got to talk to, who I got to talk to secure and be able to do that demonstration outside. Like who we got to talk to get everything done so we can do this. Heck, it's funny. I've been to the police station so many times. I pretty much know everybody down there. I mean, literally, I bumped into officers that I've actually went down and had had to file these reports on because I tell you, it's a small knit community. So I've actually bumped into officers that I've actually went down and said, yeah, I remember you too. Matter of fact, the officer that came down at night, actually, I've met him already. Let me see, 2024, to copy this and take this out. And I'm going to get her to design the comic books for these things. Because I'm going to come with all kinds of cool stuff. Like we'll put mugs in there in a box, stuff like that, posters, all that kind of cool stuff. Of course, we'll have to get a special printer for that to make our own posters. All right, 106-inch. Taking out the Thunder Shamrock. And we're going to put in, it's going to be Extreme Scarlet Samurai. Can I hit a copy and paste? Yeah, I can do that. Okay, some of the areas you can't do that. Scarlet Samurai. We just don't get the rest of that, did we not? Let's try it again. Scarlet Samurai.
According to Marvel Database, fandom, Mariko refused to leave with Wolverine because she felt duty-bound to obey her father's wishes. Wolverine was drugged and challenged by Mariko's father to a duel. What Mariko didn't know was that her father was trying to kill Wolverine, using blows designed to cripple or kill.
Let me see. So we put down Extreme EX, Extreme Scarlet Samurai. Wallpaper. Right, we got it from there. Let me see. 106-inch screen. So this screen has 4x8, can do 16:9, 16:10, and they can do 235.1. Now, is one screen different from the other? No, not really, to tell you the truth. Only by color, because they come in strange colors, that's why. They have the same coating. They just come in these weird colors. Let me see right here. Yeah, right there. Okay. Lumen, we don't know what the lumens are. Oh, lumens are probably like 1,000 lumens. Most likely that's what we usually do anyway. Okay. Keep in mind, no knockoff projector support. We don't support any knockoffs. If you have a knockoff, we can't sell it to you. That's why two things I will ask you when anyone who buys the screen from me, you should know this. Two things I'll ask you: what size is your screen, so I know how much paint to sell you, and what's your projector. And if you tell me your projector is a BenQ, I don't care if it's a BenQ that was made in 1998. Doesn't make a difference as long as it's a BenQ. People contact me and say, well, my projector's up to date. Don't make a difference. Same projectors we use in our demonstrations. These are like 2011, 2010 model projectors. So it really doesn't make it. Just has to be name brand. And for those of you who come to me and say, well, I got a valve. No, that's not freaking name brand. So that's a knockoff. We don't support them. All right, I'm going to change this out. I'm even going to test the Kodak. We never had a Kodak in here. I've never tested a Kodak. I know Kodak's got to be a good projector because they're the godfather of cameras. So I'm going to buy one of those because, again, I want to start a section where we're going to be doing for the tiny homes. This is why I'm going in and getting all my permits that I need, basically, get myself certified for next year, get everything done I need to do in that field. And then on top of that, I'm going down to the zoning office. I'm getting as much information as possible to educate myself on what I need to do and how I need to do it. So when I start doing these projects, I am well equipped with no problem whatsoever and certified, because I like doing the tiny homes and I want to be certified. So I got the knowledge when how I want to do it, but by man's law, you need paperwork and all that. So that's what I plan to do. Go that route. Get all that done, get all that taken care of, and then I can basically build some homes and do some pretty cool stuff with the money that we'll be getting from all this technology we're developing, we're blessed to have. All right, I want to change this over to a nice red. Each one of these have their own different color. Nah, we had the first time, didn't we? Yeah, we did have it the first time, literally. All right, let me see. There we go. That's better. I wish we could manipulate the background of shopping carts and make it do weird stuff. That'd be pretty cool. I had somebody asking me about we should bring out another gray paint. Oh, heck no. The tones? Are you kidding me? Do you know how much work that would be? That would be an extreme. No, I'm not doing that. Oh, heck no. I'm glad I don't make gray paint anymore. I'm happy I don't make it. Our gunmetal technology, easily. We could easily design that stuff to wipe out any dark gray paints. I got no problem with that. That's easy to do. We've done that before. But you're talking about the tones. I'm not stepping foot in that section. You couldn't pay me enough money. Nope. On top of that, what could we use the screen for? Honestly, we're talking about future technology. We can't use it in fully lit environments, they wash out. They don't pick up colors, they wash out. They require expensive projectors. Can't advise someone to use one of our projectors on a screen paint like that. It won't work. Can't talk about infinity contrast levels. It don't work for the screen. It's not for it at all, period. Can't use it for projector mapping. They don't work in dedicated theater rooms. We've done that already. Been there, done that. Doesn't work. Can't use them for outside applications. They don't work. There's nothing we could do with them. Ceiling application? No. Too much light up there. It ain't gonna work. There's just no purpose for it. I would never. I'm glad we were. I'm so thankful that we were able to get that black diamond sample sheet, because if I didn't see what I saw, and I swore up and down that the gray screen is more superior screen. I had no idea that anything existed like that to begin with. If it wasn't for their technology and seeing that, like I said, it was meant to be. God would handle everything where it was meant to be. It was meant for me to see that screen, because my buddy is the first one to show me, and I was like, what the freak is that? And he said, oh, that's a black diamond. I said, wait, the screen's black? He said, yes, it's a black screen. Now mind you, they're dark gunmetal. They're not physically black. But at that particular time, a dark gray screen was considered to be black. They don't teach you any of this stuff because, again, how can someone educate you on screen paint if they don't know the history of screen paint and projection screens? I bet you they couldn't even tell you exactly what year silent movies came out. They don't know anything. 1.1 aspect ratio, 35 millimeter film. They don't know anything about that stuff because they don't know anything. They're on camera just talking nonsense. So if you want to build a real retro system, you're not going to do anything with 4.3. It'll be 1.1. That's what you'll start off with, and it'll be 35 millimeter if you're going to do retro. But anyway, at that particular time, because there were no physical black screens, a dark gray screen was considered to be a black screen at that particular time. Now that you have a physical black screen, now they're considered to be gunmetal. That's what they leaned to. But at that time, they were considered to be black. That's why it has the name Black Diamond. I'm pretty sure that's why I went with Black Diamond. Pretty sure. But anyway, all I know is that time, a dark gray screen, like what he has in the Frankenstein or the UV Mix, at that particular time, because there were no black screens, it would have been considered to be a black product. That's what they would have considered it, because all the products were really light grays. And a darker screen was considered to be black. So that's why now the gunmetal screens are called gunmetal, and there are physical black screens out there now. But that's where all that comes from. But anyway, when I first saw the diamond, I looked at it and it looks black. A lot of gunmetal screens I've seen look black. And I was like, wow, that is freaking insane. When I left out of that sneaker store, I was just freaking baffled on how in the world did he get a black screen to generate white light. Now, the funny thing and the interesting thing about this whole story is the fact that at that particular time, I was Jamie. Yeah, at that time, I didn't do the stuff that Jamie did. No. I'd have been in jail. Definitely would have been in jail. They would have sued me and threw me in jail. Yeah, it definitely would have happened. No, it wasn't that. My thought process, without all the nonsense and negativity bullcrap, my thought process of trying to figure out how, that's where I was at. Because at that time, I swore up and down for a long time. We sold great products and it did quite well. But this new technology was coming out. I swore we were the leading of the pack. We had a contract overseas. We were making extremely good money. And I'm thinking the gray screen paints are the future. They are the future. I've made so many versions of these, it's not even funny. I'm trying to basically develop new stuff. But I'm realizing it had glass ceilings. We can only go so far with it. But seeing the black diamond display baffled me, and I couldn't figure out how in the world was he getting a white level to come out of a surface that black, because when I was doing it, the lighter the screen, the higher the white level. That's the way I was doing it. So finally on my birthday, he contacts me and says, hey, I got you a gift. I got you a punch sheet of black diamond. I couldn't wait to see this. When I took that screen home at around 6 o'clock, that's when the store closed down, and I took it out of that wrapper and I stuck it against my screen, I knew I was in a lot of trouble. I knew that I saw that these screens actually exist. If this is the way the technology is going, the gray screen will be obsolete very soon. The only thing that kept those gray screens alive is the insane price tag behind gunmetal technology. That's the only reason why, because that's why we consider the gray screen to be a budget screen. It's a bottom dollar screen. It's next to the white screen. It's in the white screen category. Because if you don't have the money to afford, before us, if you don't have the money to afford a $5,000, $3,000 gunmetal screen, then guess where you're going at? There's no other screen in between. You're going to a gray screen. That's where you're going. It's a budget screen. That's what you got. And for those of you thinking, oh, I got the most advanced technology. No, you do not have the most advanced technology. Your cell phone can pick up a star field. Your screen can't see it. So, no, you don't have the most advanced technology. You got a budget screen. That's what you have, a budget. If you look at Elite Screens lineup, you got your white screen We got the Cinema Gray, which is a gray screen, almost the same color as screen paints. You have your Cinema Gray 5D, which is much darker. And then you have the top of the line, which is the darker screen. It's called the Dark Star 9, which is a $5,000 screen, oh, sorry, $3,000 screen, starting at 100 inches. And then they have another version of it for ultra short throw, which I can't remember the name of that one. But anyway, that's the top of the line screens right there. So you have a budget. That's what you have. But then gray screen paint makers out there knowing this and realizing this, the only way they can compete with the gunmetal technology was to basically market a screen and say, hey, you're saving lots of money by buying our products, when actually technically you're not. You're stuck in the same dark environment as a white screen. You don't pull colors, you can't see contrast, and you have to spend tons of money for a projector just to get the screen to function. So you're actually spending more money. That's where it comes out from. And certifies, yes, you're spending less than a certified screen, a whole lot less, because again, it's a screen that's going to cost you $3 to $5 grand. And chances are, if you're going to spend that kind of money, you might as well go all out on the projector too. So that's another $3,000, $4,000. You're about almost close to about, when you buy everything, good $7,000, $8,000 in the hole already. And then it's our technology that when we came out, we can now dominate all technology. And we can use projectors that cost under $500. I got projectors in here that cost $60. I got projectors that cost $37, and they can knock out a certified while doing it. We got technology that can produce outside, something that screens have not been able to do since day one, and now we have that technology. We got FLE technology that filters sunlight through windows. Yeah, pecking order. But anyway, Diamond is responsible. God is responsible for the engineering of our technology and everything, yeah. But we had to bump into Diamond. We had to, because in the back of my mind, I really thought, and at points you have to be careful, you can become arrogant. And when I was developing screen paints, I was extremely arrogant. So I was showing the future. And when I saw that black diamond sample sheet, it humbled the daylights out of me, because I realized there's something more powerful than my screen up there, and it could easily wipe me out with no problem. And if I continued down this road and I didn't turn my horses in a different direction, I was filled for doom. And that's what I did. So we became obsessed with designing gunmetal technology, which came out with the D4K, D5K, and D6K technology. Look it up. It's right there on YouTube. It shows the technology being designed and us advertising. And this is where we attracted Diamond. Around 2015 is when we attracted Diamond under the company Digital 4K Crystal Onyx. Under 4K Crystal Onyx, which Jamie failed to actually add in, we were under a contract, a 10-year global contract on the Digital One Crystal Screen Paints. And because they were trying to steal from me and take my company from me, I had to engineer an entire product at the same time when I was trying to basically match and be able to compete with the Diamond technology. So right around that time, we started all the beta testers. That's why you see all these beta testers flooding the area with the Digital 4K Crystal Onyx technology, because not only were we showing off other people what we could do, but we're actually in competition with my own freaking company on basically trying to knock out a contract, design a whole new company, and destroy the other one at the same time. Gentlemen, again, at the end of the day, you don't know how to run business. So I had to destroy my own company in order to get out of a 10-year global contract. And the only thing was the blessing of the whole thing is the fact that, yeah, we had a blessing. We had a chance to see our technology on another level, but we also had the ability to get out of the contract. If I had signed my name to that contract, they would have this technology to this day, because they would have all rights to my technology within the 10-year mark. And within the 10-year mark, we developed a lot of stuff. So we signed Digital One to it. So therefore, they couldn't touch us. And they took me to court. I went to court over this mess. And the judge, basically, they lost, because you have rights to Digital One. So the 4K Crystal Onyx, we used that to destroy the other company, and their investors pulled out because they wanted the new technology, and we denied them access to it. And in return, and out of all that, we finally started engineering the D4K, D5K, and 6K technology, which attracted Diamond. And they contacted us about our screen having potential. And I'm not going to explain to you everything that went on, why we had got an increase and desist order, but it was for something else. But anyway, once that was all done, then at that particular point, once I was able to figure out how we could basically compete with Diamond, I thought to myself, I don't want a gunmetal screen anymore. I want what I thought that screen was. I want a physical black screen. And there we go. And this is where our technology evolved into black. So again, for the people who think they know our history, you don't know jack. about my company at all, period. And I can go back and show you every demonstration to match everything exactly how I said it and how it went down. Even documentation from Diamond Screen Innovation of them actually emailing us out, telling our product had potential. Yeah. So yeah, that's how that all started. Then we blended into Crystal Edge technology, which is actually a great product we were developing because we try to make a product. Black technology is interesting. A lot of people, when we started off, really couldn't accept black technology. There are people who bought it. Yeah, we made tons of money off of it, but they just weren't ready for that kind of technology yet. It wasn't ready. They weren't ready. They were still stuck in these gray screens. They're still stuck there. Yeah, they weren't ready for it yet. So we went back into Crystal Edge and we started developing these other different forms of screen paints that would help them get used to it. We had lighter paints and we had darker paints. So the lighter paints will allow you to slowly ease you into black technology. And now at the field we're at right now, black technology is the only technology besides our gunmetal, which is going to be so dark that you couldn't mistake. You were mistaken it for a black screen. We make serious, crazy gunmetal screens. The only choice you have is black technology. And if black technology is too much for you, then we have the Imperior, which is designed to give you what you need at the end of the day, but that contrast level is an absolute 100% must. You have to have it. And some people say, oh, you do. You spent the money for a projector with a high contrast. Why? Why did you buy a projector with a high contrast? What was the purpose behind your high contrast projector? Got it for better contrast, right? Better black levels, more depth, more detail. That's why you bought it, right? All right, then, there you go. Only problem is you're sitting on a white screen. So you're not getting what you think you're paying for. And then by the time you reach our technology, you'll basically turn that option off because it's not needed. So therefore, you paid for something you would never use. So gray screen, in order for the gray screen to be able to survive, it basically started doing these demonstrations claiming that it could do things that it can't do, which means they would basically rehearse their environments to make you think that you were getting something that you weren't able to get. That's why when you take it out of its environment, it changes. So for the gray screen, black is not your biggest enemy right now. Gunmetal is not your biggest enemy. The tones would be your worst enemy right now. I wouldn't dare. I mean, if someone even paid me millions of dollars to humiliate myself by bringing out a gray screen paint product that could easily blend into one of those nightmare tones. Oh, heck no. This is the reason why a lot of your businesses will crumble. And the reason why, because the batch number requires those tests. And if you can't pass the tones and you've avoided them, customers won't touch you unless you can show you have a guarantee that your product works and a batch number is required. And if a batch number is required, then guess what's required? Gray versus gray, black versus black. You have to do it. Because no one will touch you. So there's your nightmare. So the thing about it is, people make these gray paints, you got giddy. You got fat and giddy. You were just drinking from the gravy train, just drinking it down. You didn't do any tests. You got lazy. I'm making good product. It's making good money. I don't have to worry about this, that, and the other. And then these tones pop up, and there you go. They could end your company just like that. Easy and fast. Well, I'm going to give you $100 of my money. Well, I'm going to give you $60 of my money. Well, I can just go to Home Depot and slide it off a shelf at $30 a gallon. Why? If I'm overseas, I don't even got to pay a $70 surcharge fee. I don't got to pay for anything. I'll just slide it off a shelf and be done. There's your nightmare. You worried about us in the day. No, we're good. We can take out black screens and all that nonsense. We're good with that. We tested our stuff. That's why we constantly test. Always be prepared. Always be prepared. Always be ready. You guys got lazy. Same thing with the gunmetal technology. You knew black was coming. You knew black technology was coming. What did you do? You got comfortable with your screens. Now you got a screen that's going to pop up in 2024. It's going to be hooked to a major distributor, and they're going to put your stuff against our technology to see how good it is behind closed doors, and they're going to realize that technology can wipe your stuff. Yeah, there you go. It's not enough to be number one. It's enough to set the bar so high that no one can touch it. But also, too, by putting the bar up that high, it makes other people work twice as hard to make better products without cutting corners so the customers can have a better screen paint. And if you can't understand that theory, gentlemen, you don't need to be in the field. That's why I said, it's funny how some people think it's all about this competition. At one point, it used to be screen paints against physical projection screens. That's what it used to be. There were different forum sites that would pop up and say, oh, don't buy screen paint, buy physical screen. Screen paint can't do anything that a physical screen can do. Physical screens are much better, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I think we passed that one already, have we not? So we're done with all that. So it used to be screen paints versus the physical screens. All of us versus the physicals. But these guys got it and turned it into something completely different. They made it so where we're fighting each other. Well, not really. We're kind of crushing you guys in the process, but you know how it goes. But anyway, that's what it came down to. We had little scuffles back then. We had small scuffles. We go to AVS forums and we show off our screens and we let the people decide. And we didn't slander each other and do the stuff that you guys didn't. Now, you guys do dirty stuff. There were no puppet people and none of that nonsense. It was fair game. That's what we did. And if the winner won, whoever won, we shook hands and we went about our day. And sometimes we even worked together. Not you guys at the end of the day. You guys do dirty things, criminal acts that got you in a lot of trouble. Who knows if you guys would have basically said, hey, okay, his product's good, it's so and so and so. And I'd have heard that, okay, that's cool, man. I'm cool that you gave me that respect like that. So I'm going to give you the same respect right back. He makes a good product too. I advise you guys going and buy his stuff too. There's enough room for everybody. But you guys got so jealous over my work that you tried to destroy my company. And in the process, look at the outcome of it all. If I wanted to, I could purchase all your stuff right now. And I can have you give me every single dime back to my account, give you that embarrassment, and then hire somebody to buy your stuff and crush all your products in one hit, including knocking out an entire certified product line. Yeah, it's not supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be us against the physicals, but you guys changed it around. So since that's the road we want to go, then you woke up a giant at the end of the day, because I have the technology and the capability to wipe out all gray screen paints, any gray screen paint, any projection screen, and even a few TVs along the way. That's what you woke up. So now my goal now, when I travel my path, isn't about just the certified screens. You guys have now become a part of my target system now. Now, my job now is to become number one, regardless if it's screen paints, whatever it is, we're wiping it out and taking it out. That's why we're developing all these different forms of versions of technology so we can monopolize the entire industry. Do you have any idea the publicity a 250-inch black monster screen brings in? When that screen lights up, the ahs and oohs that will see that technology, one of those alone would bring in millions of dollars of revenue. There you go. Designing a black technology to get the certified screens to push forward on a black technology so we can watch them give it their all. Everything that they got, develop something that we can knock out within hours with an Omega easily, to show them that you don't belong in this field anymore. We dominate this now. But it could have been, this is what it could have been. It could have been us all working together. I would have had no problem with showing you how to integrate and make good technology to be able to advance your products so you can compete with the market. No problem at all, giving you free information. But you attacked me. I'm your own and you attacked me. So now I'm your worst enemy on the face of the planet. So now my goal isn't about the certified screens. It's about becoming number one. And that means I'll wipe out the entire product line to do it. And customers will say at the end of the day that not only are we brutal and we stand by everything that we stand for and we can back it up 100%, but we will be the best on the market. And they will come to us only. And the rest of you will die out. We could do it easily with a batch number by itself without even testing your products. We can do it with a batch number. That's it. I can wipe out an entire product line. No one will touch you unless you don't have a batch number attached to you. And you can't pass the tones, which means we can use that to our advantage point because we can wipe out an entire tone product line, including the black line at the same time. But we know you can't pass it because you've never tested your product. So all I have to do is put out a batch number and say, hey, look, don't buy unless it's batch number tested. And customers at the end of the day want that guarantee no matter what. They want the guarantee. So I can wipe you out without even touching you. You're your worst enemy at the end of the day because now you have to pass something that you know you can't pass. Well, there you go. It's business. It's more than just screen paint, people. At the end of the day, it's business. Business is all about strategy. You guys don't know much at all, period. Now, as for these gray products on eBay, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind giving them the ability to be able to advance because they never did anything to us at all, period. But unfortunately, I do have to test against them. But we also, too, can push them at the same time. Say, look, their product can't surpass us at the end of the day, but still it's good products. We're still going to have people out there that like gray screen paint products at the end of the day. They're still going to like it, regardless. People out there still like 8-tracks, they like LP records. They still like the classic stuff at the end of the day. People still like white screen. They still like that 1.1 white projection screen set up for 35 millimeter. They like all that stuff. But we can help them out in the process by basically pushing them in areas that basically people will buy that product from. And on top of that, advancing their technology to AR. Because yes, I can add AR technology if I want to a gray screen. We did it with a 2.0 just to show it can be done. But you guys would have had that. Yeah, we would have helped you out. These guys can come on and attack us at the end of the day and we all became friends. Yeah, just think of the possibilities we could have done with you and helped you out. But nope. Oh, well, ain't my problem. All right, let's move on. Actually, I did see one screen paint I did like that Pro HD. That stuff is really good. I was impressed by that. Definitely, when I talked to him, I got some stuff that he can add to his product that we can help him out to advance his product, to make it more ambient light rejection, and also to maintain its contrast capabilities. Of course, we'll have to sign a contract or NDA through our company, but other than that, yeah, we can advance them. Heck, if I can take these old projectors and make them look fantastic, what do you think I can do to somebody's screen paint? You can actually reverse their stuff and make it better. But I want permission from him first, and I want to help him out because this product was actually pretty good. And I didn't have a problem ordering from him. It was a smooth transaction, which I really liked. So, yeah, definitely help him out. Good product. I think this is where I get people that will contact me when I make this statement about working side by side with them. Got to test yourself first. That before I even go down that road. Now, keep in mind, so you know this, for some people maybe getting ideas, maybe if I send him an email and he'll show me something that, yeah, I can show you something at the end of the day. If you're legit and we can lock a contract in, it means you violate that bad boy, you'll be sued for millions of dollars. So that's ensures that you won't do anything crazy. But on top of that, I can obsolete your product that fast, that quick, and design something completely new. Like right now, Black Series Edition, it's being obsoleted. It's an advanced technology. See what we did with that stuff? We walked all over outdoor on-site demonstrations. That paint is a beast. But we got better technology coming out. Nothing wrong with it. It works perfectly fine. We just went into more advanced technology. Okay, let's get over here and get this where we need to get right here. Where is this at? I have it in here on this folder. And yet I can't find it on the folder. There has to be somewhere around there because we have these right here. Looking for my... I have it here. I got to contact that person too. I forgot about this. She does graphic design. Put you some good use. We need a comic book, some illustrated art. And I definitely need some illustrated art because, again, what we have for the Sugar Plum Fairy is just a dummy label. They're all dummy labels. We can get what we want. Man, we get this. This is a nice area I saw for a display. So I want to do an ultra short though display. We've done this outside. And I've never did a 235.1. Oh, wait, did I do a 235.1? I gotta look into that. I don't know. I think I did a 235.1 outside screen. I'll have to look into that now. All right, so it's not in there. Where is the Samurai? Let me get this done. Here he is. Ugh. We can't interact with you, so you know that. Open case, we can't interact with them. But if we could, I'll show you how we can actually reverse this stuff to make it better. Not hard to do. I mean, I've made tons of great paint. It really isn't, and I'm not going to give out the ingredients on how to do it. But I can, if we ever get, no, I'm not loving that because we're open case, we can't go near them. But anyway, because that'd be like us antagonizing them. But anyway, yeah, if I had ordered the product and got down here, I could show you exactly how to advance that product. We can see contrast levels, everything. Even produce outside, no problem. It's missing so much. That's why we have people try to make our products. The first stuff, you'll put that stuff on the table, yeah, it's a joke. None of that stuff goes in the black technology. You can't put a silver base in there, you crazy? You add water to a silver base, all you did was just expand the silver base. That's all you did. And then you add that into paint and it turns gray. It turns dark gray. Our products are black, not dark gray. And then they get mad and they say, oh, it's a dark gray product. I know it is. No, I'm going to tell me a person develops this stuff. I know it. Nobody, no. Stop it, please. Okay, no. We know what it is. That's why we have to do black versus black pour out. Because we get that sometimes. People will say, well, a company we're working with, and they'll say, well, how do I know that your white levels are not being produced because your product is actually a dark gray? And that's when we do the pour out. That's what all those tests are for. Besides other stuff we have to back up. All right. Abbreviation for extreme. Oh. Okay. That's something that needs to be fixed. TRM? TRM, right? Let me see. We need to miss a TRM from it. That's what we're missing. TRM. 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 Let's see. I don't know why I think today is Sunday when the day is Monday. Okay, that'll work right there. I'm gonna see if we can get a 235.1. What the hell? Somebody make it. They don't make 235.1 outdoor screens. Yeah, I gotta go. I need to do interviews. We need somebody to make the screens for us. We got the sprayers. I met the sprayers. They're going to be spraying the screens. We got that already. That's done. That's majority, most of the work in 2024 anyways, the sprayers. And as for the containers, well, I'm going to be actually leasing a small machine that's going to process our orders for us. That's why I don't know about the 24 ounces. I don't know if they're going to be around because, again, I don't know if that machine's going to fit at the end of the day what containers we put in there. So I got to look into that too. All right. Let me see. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Right there. It is going to be That's good. Ugh, this nonsense. All right, let me go here and copy all this. We're going to do this again. This is something they've been doing lately. Because I had to go in and change all that. I don't want to do that again. I'd rather do the other one over again, but not that. So let's copy that. Go in, hit our refresh, go back in. We're going to do this again, literally. The autosave, for some reason, I'm having a problem with the system where the autosave doesn't kick in. It's a headache. Gotta do it again. Oh shoot, I got packages for you today. I really forgot about that. What do we got going on here? Okay, let's grab this real quick. Bum, 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 bum. And then someone just sit there and tell you and lie to you and say, well, you can't get a good review from a company? Really? Good gracious, man. The lies, such lies. Really? So let me get this straight. A corporation with millions and millions of workers that pretty much is spread across the United States, and they say, hey, we like that product, it's good. That basically holds more weight than one customer and says, hey, I like that product. Are you kidding me? Yeah, you got to go back and you have to check that company, so and so and so, blah, blah, blah. People buy from freaking PlayStation constantly all the time. They buy the game system, controllers, VR glasses, whatever. And Sony comes with good stuff and comes with bad stuff. Sometimes you have good days and sometimes you have bad days. You can't go by saying the entire company's corrupt. That's just stupid at the end of the day. If that's the case, you can't buy from anybody, including you. It doesn't even have, and literally, I find it's funny, people. This is what I find funny about it when you really think about it. He's talking about you can't trust companies, and he has an expired LLC and committed perjury on his own application for the LLC. That's a limited liability application, and he lied on his application, and he's telling you can't trust companies. Yeah, that's funny. That's real funny. I bet you their paperwork is intact. Good gracious, can't go by the company, you go so and so and so. No, you would rather go by the company because that's the screen is going to be in a commercial area, which means there's going to be people constantly walking back across seeing the screen. If there's something wrong with it, I think one of them would have picked it up. If it's outside and it's on display, like we did the fish tank through glass, everybody would have saw it. If the screen wasn't coming through, you wouldn't be able to see it. No one would have been there. Gee whiz Louise, my goodness. Unbelievable. Sometimes I wonder where these people come from. Let me see. You know what's scary? The fact that if you're under investigation, especially for cyber crimes, and this is involved anything online, they have your IP address, and you mask it, they still can get around that stuff at the end of the day because you're under investigation. Consider back everywhere you go online, there is someone watching you. They're watching your website, they're watching your emails, they're watching all your accounts. Everything is under investigation. There's a cyber unit, that's what they do. They monitor all that stuff. So everything you do, you pop in here, guess what? They can tell and show that you were actually in my room. Anywhere you go and you're online, they got you. Cell phone, tablet, whatever, they got you. Go to the library and hook up over there. Tag in there, they got you already. It's not the police. You understand? It's not the police, it's FBI. Their task force is involved in this now. Anywhere you go, you're being traced. Everywhere. They got your credit card information, all your stuff. You leave a digital trail everywhere you go. You're under surveillance, you're being watched. There's a case going on. They're gathering evidence, tons of evidence, and consider the stuff we already sent over was more than enough to choke a whale. But they're going through everything. And this is why you're going to see people start deleting stuff left and right. And again, don't delete it, because if you do, it shows basically that you are admitting guilt. People hide things when they don't want to get caught. You have a car accident, you slam into someone's car, and you know at the end of the day, you blew the light and you caused the accident. You're out there looking for cameras. Some people snatch their license plates off their car. If the car is so badly damaged you can't move, they'll go out there and snatch your license plate. I watched it happen one time. I watched the car blow through a light in an intersection and hit a car, boom, and got out, and they ripped the license plate off the car and took off running. All kinds of stuff. You know, you got VIN numbers, right? Stuff. But anyway, but yeah, all that stuff, man, they go through all that. You know, that's not going to help you. And then the most important thing is, if you have an LLC, then boom, it's like standing underneath of a spotlight in a zombie invasion. That's what it looks like. Oh, there he is, right there. Yeah, there you go. And it says it's linked to the landlords where he's at. You're going to go through his stuff too to see if they're tied in together. If they're basically, yeah, I'm telling you, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a hot mess. Would not want to be the end of that stick. Let's see. Okay, there's the samurai right there. Bah, 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 bah. How come we don't get these? No, I'm not doing it. That was just too much work to jump these suckers from all the way up to here. So this is all the new technology coming out in 2024, 2024. Yeah. Okay, right here. And it's coming for 2024. And then the other one I want to put on here is the giant colossal screens. They're going to be available through here because they're going to have the superior ambient light rejection technology embedded to them. We can't make them FLEs. FLE screens are front and rear. That's why they have it on it. These don't have them. But when they work, yeah, they look absolutely incredible. I can't wait to set one of these babies up. What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? Hey, fur boy. Fur boy. But you see taco screen. I told you talk about this paint coming out. I ran that past them too. Everybody down here got dogs, cats, and pigeons, chickens, all kinds of animals down there. And we brought it up that we're going to make a screen paint for Taco. And all Taco's proceeds will go to helping animals, right? Right. Right. That's what it's going to go to. So we will make sure that the judge knows that you attacked my cat. You felt the need to taunt an animal at the end of the day. A defenseless animal. That's what you felt the need to do. Oh, you see some disturbing emails they sent about Taco. It's pretty disgusting. But don't worry. Judge will get a chance to read through all that email. All the stuff that you guys sent to me that I'm supposed to read, the judge is going to read that now. And the police and all the investigators. They're going to read through all that stuff. So let me see what we got going on here. That's why we care about writing stuff in the day. And yes, emails can be used to enter in court. We all know that at the end of the day. Text messages, yeah, they can be used to go in court. The only thing you can't really get someone in court unless you have a machine that says that your voice is being recorded for something purposes, training purposes. Yeah, you can do that, but you can also opt out of that. But calling the police, that's automatically recorded from the door. So like I said, no way to get around that. He's got charges coming up for harassment, and the police already got that. He got his voice on recording. Oh, I can't wait to hear that in court. All right, let me see. I'm going to go to the black shop. I need to get the giant screen, the Colossals. So let me see. We did do a video on the Colossals. Where are they at? Right here. Okay, that's for the batch number guarantee. Batch number guarantee. Batch number guarantee. I'm getting me a t-shirt that says batch number guarantee. Batch number guarantee. Batch number guarantee. Batch number guarantee. We should have batch numbers. I don't know why. People, not mine. These are not them. Or they can't contact me. They contact me. They're definitely. This is already. When we already went in and filed for the case and it went active, they should have never contacted me, but they did. So that's additional information that's being brought up for the courts. But now, since we're already pretty much into it and the FBI has decided, everything's pretty much open at this point. It's all an investigation going on. So right now, if they reach out or contact me, it's just going to make worse things for them. If there's any more stuff that comes in, they can basically issue a warrant for an arrest because it shows that they're basically just tagonizing and carrying on even after the case is open. They can just basically just send an officer out and get a warrant for their arrest. So that's why, again, you send me anything stupid at the end of the day, I can go down and I can request that. Oh, my stuff is here. I can request it. Batch number guarantee. Batch number guarantee. Oh, my LED lights are here too. Woo! Oh. Love about my neighbors next door. They were like, anything comes, everybody, boy, we got you. Thank you. And vice versa. Vice versa, people. Vice versa. I got you. Yep. Okay. Now, what I'm going to have out here for the kids, which we're not going to have that on recording because, again, they're kids. We're going to be doing an inflatable screen setup for the kids out here. We're going to bring up the old school retro, which is going to be funny, trying to see how they react to old school retro games. And we're going to have something like, we're going to have it here for the kids, something for them here. But I'm going to do something where I can walk around town and do a portable setup and we're going to do like a retro pie kind of gaming competition, and winner gets like a 25 or something gift card to like a restaurant they want to eat at. That's what we're going to do, and that promotes our products. So we're going to have some fun with that. And then to say, well, who are you? That 250-inch screen you see over in the park? That's our technology. Really? Yep, that's us. That'll be me. Really? Yep. And the first thing I hear at the end of the day is, you install screens for homes? Oh, yeah, we do all the time. There's my business card right here. You go to my website and check out everything we got to offer. By then, hopefully, probably near the end of the summer, I can get a workforce in there to do the installments. Because they can go out and do the job. And that'll make it much easier for me. For them to go out and do the job. Get them all licensed and bonded. They can go out and do the job. And of course, with the zoning on our side, working with zoning, we can get all that information. Oh, y'all hate it when I say that, don't y'all? Y'all thought I was going to be afraid of something like that? No, we didn't do anything wrong. At all, period. So yeah, I've got zoning helping me out with everything that I need. And that's something too I got to run past them too. License and bonded. See, this is stuff I got to remember to talk to them about. Because they're helping me out with all this. If anything else, I'll be online and I'll be buried in tons of paperwork and wouldn't get proper information. But I get to talk to the people themselves that can eat. So you can't beat that. That's absolutely fantastic. And I thank the people for being so nice and helping me out. One of the things I noticed about Allentown is that when I was in Philadelphia, everything was a rat race. It's kind of hard to get reach with. Everybody's so busy and running around. But over here, people take time to listen to you and talk to you about things you want to do. That's why it feels like a family for me down here. And this is why, you know, one of the reasons why I want to donate these screens over to, because I love Allentown. I do. I love it to death. I'm going to put this technology right down here. All right, I'll be back. I'll grab my stuff. I can get crazy. Wow. I wonder if there's a class that I can go to learn some more of this stuff. Because like I said, I'm obsessed with it. You know, this is fantastic. You know, I get my certifications in wiring and, you know, electricity and piping and all that stuff like that. That's what I definitely want to do. Get my certification and all that. But then I want to know the other half of it, the zoning part of it all. Permits, I want to know all that stuff. So I wonder if it's possible I can basically talk to them where would I have to go to get certified in that field, because I want that too. You know, at the end of the day, it's not enough for me to know it. I want to be able to own it. I want it to be mine at the end of the day, where I can say that, yeah, I know this 100%. Anything I put myself into, I put 100% in. I will do the research, the work, the time, whatever I have to do to achieve it. I'm going to get this whole thing locked down. Because I told you, my next venture is tiny homes. And I want to be certified in all fields. When by the time I hit that road, I'm good to go. On top of that, incorporate my technology into that too, because again, we got tiny home theater systems coming out. This is going to be fantastic. And if it wasn't for you people making this complaint, I'd have never went down. I'd have never met this guy at the end of the day, and I'd have never met the office down there that was so freaking cool that set everything up for us. Man, I'm telling you, God works everything out. Isn't he amazing or what? The devil's down there upset and angry because he wanted to go a different way, but no, it didn't go that way. God handled it, took care of it. God is good. I'm going to get me a certification in zoning. I want that. I'm wondering how it takes to get one. All right, so we got our LED lights for our cloud, because we're going to do a cloud system. We're going to design one of these things. I'm curious what this thing does. I swear this thing works with that cotton. I had LED lights all over the house. I could literally have one of these ceilings put up. And there's our glue gun. Got everything we need. Now, the only thing I have to wait for now is just the cotton to get here, and it won't be here till the 24th. I got enough of it to do it. We're going to start our project. We got several projects we're going to be working on. And we're going to be working on a vegetable oil PC setup, which is going to be awesome. So I just saw the forms. Hold on a minute. Woo! I'm happy, people. I'm always happy. God is good. This right here is my form right here. This is going to allow me to go in for my permit, my drywall permit, to allow me to put my drywall up. So I'm learning all this stuff. So yeah, I told them they're going to see me a lot at the office, asking questions about this, asking questions about that. See if there's any classes and things I can take up. Yeah, I'm going to go to town on this. I'm going to learn everything there is at the end of the day. I got 5 years to kill. Might as well master it. I can master all this in 5 years. So yeah, I got timeline to kill. Why not knock it out and enjoy this? Because man, I'm gonna build my own homes. I'm gonna incorporate our own freaking tiny home theater setups in there. I'm gonna build communities, all that stuff. Why not? Got to do something with all this money God's gonna bless us to have from all this technology. Why not put it into something even better? Yeah, I got plans, people. I got plans. Spiral. Christians don't spiral down. We spiral up. That's how it works. Somebody posted that, you know who, spiral downfall. Oh, yeah, okay. All right, now where are we going under here? I wanted something, I needed something for the screens. The screens, we need something for the screens. It's something I'm supposed to be writing down in here. Let me see. Oh, okay, did I put it in a short? I think I did it in a short. Let me see. All right, let me see. Yeah, I need information for this thing. Can I get that? Let me see, can I get? Oh, no, I'll have to go through the other way and do it. Oh, no, hold on for a minute. Facebook. Told you, when we post our technology, look, blowing up already on Facebook. Them screens, they sell like crazy. 20 plus already. I just posted that a few minutes ago. Yeah, they blow up. Them 200 inch screens, 300 inch screens, they've been waiting for us to bring those things back out again. So now, since we don't have that overhead, well, that's going to be interesting too on top of that. Man, because we launched this, I told you, we launched that screen down Allentown, it's going to blow up. It's going to make us millionaires quick. Those screens are amazing. Woo! Thing's going to be insane. I can't wait for other people to see this besides me, because before we just had it in the backyard and very few people saw this thing. But now we're going to have this thing in the open. And people are going to be walking back and forth. We're going to see this from their apartments. We're going to be everywhere in Allentown, man. We're going to have our screen and technology embedded everywhere. Anywhere you walk around, you see Mr. Burr walk around. That's our technology there. We're over here. We're over there. Yeah, man, it's going to be crazy. But anyway, what I was going to say, so happy, man. If people got big backyards. They got huge backyards. Well, we can set up any size screen we want. But yes, I told you, it's going nuts in there. Look at that, 20 plus in there. But anyway, we'll get to that. I got to get to that later on. I got to work fair first. We got things we got to do, and I got orders to process for today, orders to get out for tomorrow. So it's going to be very interesting. Can I get this done? That's why I said, gentlemen, I really don't have time for these shenanigans. So I handle things by taking it to court. That's what I do. I'm so excited about this whole zoning thing. I can't wait for them to come down here because there's so many questions I want to ask them. Because they get down here, some things I want to know, and then I want to talk to him some more about some other things I want to actually work on installing. What else we got down here on this list? All right, new building. We're not doing additional alteration, no roofing. We don't need that. Siding, fencing. Fencing exceeds 6 inches. I didn't even know that. That's freaking cool. It says some sort of information here. Okay, pool. Woo! That's interesting. Now, if we had one on our own land, we could build whatever we want. That's pretty much how it comes down to. If we want, we can build whatever we want. But sometimes I may have to build something in a section. If you buy a section of an area down here, we might want to build them down there. That's a different story. Okay, retaining walls. Okay. Demolition. Yeah, I see when he destroys. So you got a permit to do that? Destroy that? All right, there. So, state. Okay. Oh, this is amazing. So they already underlined everything I need. The one was nice. That's going to underline everything I needed to do this. Man, this is going to have so much fun. I want to understand all of this. So what I do is I go online and I basically break it all down bit by bit and I research everything. How do you think I understood about water filtrations and hydroelectric energy and all that stuff? Yeah, I learned all that stuff just by doing research, tons and tons of research on it. And then going back and talking to the people who know about this stuff, about asking them, because I'm trying to learn all about this stuff. And that's what they want. They want somebody who's willing to go in and learn about everything instead of cutting corners and trying to get away with stuff. But I didn't even know that you needed a permit for drywall. I didn't know that until I went down there and the guy told me. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, she told me. And I was like, that's fantastic. I said, so what do I need to do this? And this is the application they gave me. So that's fantastic. Okay, cool. Got this in my banking account. We'll knock that out. Do our drywall, and when they're down here, at least I can ask them for the rest of the stuff because I want to be able to change out that light right there for the ceiling, for the gaming ceiling, and I want to raise the floor a little bit. That's what I want to do and see what that'll cost me. So we can go back down there. I get a chance to talk to the dude because I got his business card, so I'm going to talk directly to him or some other people down there, and they can help us get that rest of the information together for the floor and stuff. All right, there's our batch number guarantee. Batch number guarantee. What page are we on here? Oh, it's a page. Batch number guarantee. Batch number guarantee. And so people don't think that, oh, that was there. Yes. Nope. Now we just refresh the page. Should we not? Yeah. That's somewhere between 20 plus. So probably about 40 in there, maybe. I'm not going to go through all that. Right now, I'll go through it later, but right now I got to go through this. This is the stuff we're showing off. So now we're going to double our screens. Ambient light rejection, outdoor projection screens. We have a right to do that. Yeah. White screens can't do that. When we're actually, each field I'm trying to cover. So the gaming technology is for anything with gaming and whatever. So for there, you got the acoustic screens coming out, CINEMAX acoustic screens coming out. That's the deal with that section in acoustics. And pretty much everything else. The FLE technology will wipe out anything inside and outside because that technology looks just like a TV. Especially it's going to specialize with ultra short throw projectors. It's going to make those things look absolutely insane. So yes, we're trying to cover all basics, all fields. And then with this outside technology, the only thing we're really going to run into is basically white screens because that's pretty much all we see outside. Let me see something for a minute. I need Come on, where are you at in here? Here we are. I need this. No, get out of there. We don't need you. I need to be put in here. All right. All right, this is already this one. So we need this. For the time being. Let's get some of the light information on the technology, what size screens we're going to be developing. All right, I'm going to be customizing. All right, let me see. So yeah, I have to build me a unit that basically is kind of like a giant laptop cooler, and we're going to install fans into it. So it's going to be kind of interesting how we're going to build this thing. It's going to be like a small coffee table that's short to the ground, and it's going to have fans in the middle. That's the cooler from underneath. And then it's going to have a bracket system on each side where we can drop in a 20 miller fan on each side, and that'll be locked into the side of each corner. And that way we can use the grommets and string to tie up each corner. That will actually cause airflow to push underneath the screen to dry the top and bottom at the exact same time because the air always shoots outward. Fast way of drying the screen. So that's what we're going to, I'm actually going to design the structure for that. So that's why I said at the end of the day, when God blesses us with the information to design stuff, not only does He gives us the information to how to put it together, but how to build the structure to design it. If we can't find it, we can build it because it's already in our head on how to do it. If there's a way for you. God will make a way for you. He's not going to sit there and go, oh, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to get 2 of every animal. All right, I got to go on break. He never does that at all, period. And they're like, wait a minute. 2 of every animal, where am I going to put them at? He doesn't do that at the end of the day. God always, if He gives you a plan, He gives you how to bring that plan together. Always does that. Always. He didn't sit there and go to Noah and said, 2 of every animal. All right, I'm out. He didn't say that. He said, 2 of every animal, and this is what you're going to do, and this is how you're going to do it. And here's the schematics on how to build this massive ark to put these animals in. Somebody sat there and said, well, how is that possible? And you're thinking on freaking man's level. You can't think on God's level. You're not a God at the end of the day. You have immortality. You have vast information of the beginning of time and the future. You don't have any of that. So you're just basically frail as basically as what do you call it? Candle in the wind, which is actually music, not music, it was actually a song. You're that frail. You're there 1 minute, go on the next. You're that freaking frail. So you don't have that kind of power to think on that level. You know, God controls the thoughts of animals. He controls, allows them to be able to, they don't have to attack you. If you read the story about how, was it David? I forget it was David. Daniel and the lions. They threw Daniel in the lion pit to kill him. And God shut the mouth of the lions. Actually used one of the lions as a pillow to sleep on. So they didn't attack him, they didn't harm him, they didn't kill him, nothing. Daniel was in there walking around the lion pit with these lions. And they're thinking, ooh, okay, this has got to be a man of God. So God can control these animals, these lions that were in the pit with Daniel. What makes you think he can't control those animals that were sitting on that ark, that they could feed them, take care of them, whatever that they needed to do? There are God's creatures to begin with, so guess who would have control over them? That would be God. There you go. There wouldn't be an ark big enough to put those many animals in. Again, that's your level of thinking. You're not thinking on God's level. God does whatever he does, whatever he needs to do, whatever he wants to do. That's God at the end of the day. He built the earth and everything around it in this universe and billions of stars. It's taken scientists years and years to try to figure out how it all comes together, and they're still not even close to trying to figure out how it all was put together. And God did that in a blink of an eye. Interesting. So just to show you how vast God's mind is, try to count every grain of sand on the beach. Can't do it, can you? It's virtually impossible, but God knows. God knows how many hairs you got on the top of your head right now. That's why I love it. Now, let's go pop over here, here, and here, or here. We're going to be over here. Satan doesn't like hearing about God. That's why when I see people talk about God and they leave automatically, we know who you are, Satan. Bye-bye. No, I can't say that. That's wrong to say that. Because you got some people may have something to do. They could have something going on. Their kids could be choking, or his house could have some issues, or something could be going on outside. So it could be a number of things. So I apologize about that one. But usually sometimes we talk about the Lord, they leave right away because they don't like hearing about God at all, period. All right. We got a samurai right there. Hey, Taco. Come here. Gonna be my friend. Come here. I wonder if when we make your screen paint, I wonder if we can get taco t-shirts. And I want taco bobblehead dolls. Taco bobblehead dolls. Let's go and do that. Yes. With the t-shirt taco. We got to give you a character, like a little mascot character. There we go. Rawr. You furry monster, you. All right, let me see. Oh, let me see. Oh, no, we're just in there, right? Yeah, it's gonna be for the giant colossal screens. So let's go put another area in here. As a matter of fact, we do have a section for colossal screens. Don't do that, you monster. Come here, monster. Here we go. Get you cut right there. Right, Taco, you're taking care right here. Ah, it's the first time I've seen you do this. Taco is not a cat that cuddles at all, period. Taco came off the streets when he was about 1 year old. That's when I got Taco at 1. So he's not used to having somebody cuddle him. He's used to basically surviving on his own on the street. So once in a while, you'll get a chance to hold him, but chances are most of the time, he don't want to be bothered with you at all, period. He's just used to being self-sufficient. I see people doing videos where the cat walks up and rubs them on the face. No, that's not Taco. Taco at the end of the day will come in, maybe he'll meow at you a couple of times and paw at you, but that's about the end of it. And maybe he might attack you. If you basically wrestle with him, he'll definitely stalk you and attack you. But other than that, he doesn't show most emotions because, again, the way he was raised on the street, he was very healthy when he came to see me. Did you not choose me? You chose me, didn't you? Yes, you did. You chose a broken human. You got yourself in that situation. Now you're locked in for life. That's how we roll over here. Friends for life, forever. All right, let me go over here and grab this. I think we have the Colossal monster screens. I'm just going to have to change all of it out. Let's see what's going on here. Outdoor. Yep, we do have one of these. It's a black series too. All right, it's going to have to be changed over. Oh man, that means we have to go into the whatchamacallit. Oh, I forgot, we got to change the headers too. You got to. If you don't change the header, it comes up as the old product up top, so that has to be changed out. So let's show you how to do that little trick right there. So basically, this part up here, well, you can't see it. This will help some people if you don't know how to do this, but this part up here, say if you change out the product, it will still say the original product there. I'll show you where to go in. It's in your search engine optimizer on how to go in and change that. You have to change all the information on the screen, which I literally got to go in and change the other ones. I have to go to the search engine optimizer on all of them. Gee, this is going to be a bit of a long video demonstration. I got orders to process. And I want to build my cloud screen stand, which I want to start working on that. But I'll wait for my cotton to get here before we start working on that. Oh, our ceiling's going to be beast. I can't wait till you see it, man. We're going to build this on one section. But I am going to go with the motorized projection screen now. I thought about that. That would be cool because we can hide that whole thing in that cloud display and then have it come out like that. Woo! That would be super hot. I'm going to do that. Definitely going to do that. But I'm going to go with Elite screen. I'm not a big fan of Elite screens when it comes to their fixed frame screens, but their motorized projection screens are beasts. They are. They're beasts. They're quiet. You don't really hear anything, and they got a heavy bar at the bottom. If I decide not to go with tension, because tension is really expensive, and I decide to go with maybe they got a Spectrum. That's why I do like that one, because it's got the black case and it's all in black. And we coat that. I'd rather go with that because they have quiet motors, no clicking and grind. That's one thing you have to worry about when you do with the generic screens. That some of them, when they go to the top, they don't shut off, they grind, which you don't want that. So if I'm taking the time to design this, it's perfect. Now keep in mind, if you're using ultra short throw, you can't use one of these screens. And the reason why, if you paint it with our technology, you get a little bit of a wave to it. And ultra short throws have to be on perfectly flat surfaces. That's why you have to go with tension. Always tension. If you're going to go with a ultra short throw setup, we're going to be using a short throw setup, so we can pretty much do it. But other than that, I'm not going to have too much wave anyway. There's a way to kill the wave. Basically, you just reprime the surface. Now, someone said at the end of the day that you can't prime a projection screen multiple times. Pfft, please, have you seen my gaming screens that I custom designed? Those things had so many coats on them, it wasn't even funny. Takes about 40 applications to burn out a motor on a projector. I did, not projector, but motorized screen. I did it already. I actually burnt one out. And it takes quite a few, I say about a good maybe 50, 60 applications to crack a fixed frame screen. Did that one too. So it takes a bit because we would keep painting over screen with new stuff over and over again. And yeah, we cracked it eventually and burnt the motor on another one. So that right there, yeah, I already know that from the door. But 3 or 4 applications, no. Actually, I did it in a demonstration. I painted one of the screens like 5 times, and it still didn't have any problems at all. But that's how you stiffen the surface. On top of that, with the other screens, the bar at the bottom is pretty heavy. With the cheaper screens, they make the bar kind of light, so it's kind of flimsy. But yeah, we're definitely going to get ourselves a fixed frame screen. I'm hooking it to my cloud system. Hooking it to the cloud. All right, let me see. We got to change in here. Well, we can use this original because this is never coming back ever. Because we're done with this technology. Outdoor cinema screens. So this is not going to be yellow, it's going to be physical screen. Oh, gee whiz, we got to make freaking 3 of these suckers, man. 4 of them. We got to make 4 shopping carts like this because it's an individual screen. Yeah, we're going to have to do it that way. Each one are not going to be the same price. All right, let's do the first one because we can do. Oh, I forgot we could duplicate. All right, so first let's do the first one first. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. We have a little work here to do. While we're down here, let's just wipe out this entire menu since we got the other one. We can't use any of this. And let's put the other one in. This is the light specification sheet for what's coming out. Let me see. So this one's in right here. What do we have here? Let me see. We're not going to do any gallons in this. We won't be needing that right there. That's going to be gone. Oh, come on. Play nice. Play nice. Let me just put you in your farm and stuff. I'm going to take that out because we're not doing gallons. That's the actual physical screen. And that technology is under, let me see. That's under Superior. Okay, Superior and rejection. This would be under 77. Let's see. Can't wait till the customers have a ball with this, man. This is gonna be unbelievable. You're gonna love it. But you'll get a chance to see customers' reaction. That's what you'll get a chance to see. And we're gonna have to build a big page for basically for our customer page for that, for this. Okay, edition. Okay. And this is a okay. CINEMAX outdoor. Outdoor. Let's see. Ambient protection. Projectors don't take too much off of it. Just leave it at screen. Ambient light rejection. Oh, it's already ambient light rejection already. So we'll leave it at screen. And this will be the 180 inch. Superior. These are the pre-coats. New 2024. 24. And let me see. It should be 0. It's not going to be available yet. And what else we have here? Okay, let me see. I need batch number guarantee. All right, that's perfect. All right, and now we have to go, oh, that's done. I have to go through, please read policy. Make sure there's nothing here about a paint, because it's not. I don't want people getting, okay, okay, that's good. And let me see, second one. Fake knockoff projectors. Okay, it's the projector policy. Again, and I can't express this enough. None of our products will work on a knockoff. None of them at all, period. So if you have a knockoff, we can't say the product. This is why the first thing I asked you, if you're buying a screen from me, The first thing I ask, what size is your screen? I know how much paint to sell you and what projector you're using. You name one of those projectors, we can't sell you the product. Now, if you decide that you want to basically get another projector, because people do get another projector, I got plenty of merchants I can point you to. We can get a nice projector. You're going to spend a lot of money. What's going to really kick you in the behind, and the reality check's going to kick in, is when you look at the projector that you just spent under $500 for, under $200 for, versus the projector you paid $3,100 for, and that screen's giving off a better image on that projector than the one you paid all that money for. Yeah, that's the kicker. That's the hurt piece right there. Sorry you have to go through that, because it's not your fault in the day. If these companies were honest with what they sell at the end of the day, you wouldn't be in that situation, and maybe those projectors would work on our technology, but they don't. You know, I had somebody sit there and say the reason why those projectors don't work because our products are scams. Or you got to be kidding me. We use more projectors than anybody else at demonstrations. They don't work on any darker screens. I had a customer with the bow maker told me he couldn't get it to work on a black diamond. They don't work. It's a cheap projector. That's why when you watch demonstrations on these projectors, you don't see them on black diamonds and DLP supernovas, elite screens. And you don't see them on stored. None of them. You don't see them on them screens or daylight screens. You see them on either white walls or an extremely light gray product. That's the only thing they'll work on. That's it. So people had a problem with those projectors. They can't pick up on our screens. We can't give you a 100% black level. We can't give you beautiful colors. It won't work. The projector won't read it. And it doesn't read it. It won't read on high performance screens. They only read on cheap budget screens. That's why they pick up on the gray paints. That's why they pick up on the white screens. Only on budget surfaces they will pick up on. That's it. We got one of them to work. I think one customer got one to work, and it was on a WeMax. They got a WeMax somehow to run off the gunmetal technology. But on our black technology, that still won't read for jack. Period. And even with the gunmetal, and if they do get it to read, we still don't advertise it as it's going to read, because again, we don't know. I'm not going down that road. I'm not going to support them at all, period. It's interesting. I've had conversations with these companies asking us to develop a technology that would work with their screens, and I would say, look, well, work with our screens, design a screen for their showroom that will look good. That's what the bottom line, what they wanted. Not hard to do, but I got to see your projector first. I'm not sticking my name on something at the end of the day I'm going to end up hating along the line. Send me one over. Let's see what you got. And they refuse to send one over. Because you know why? I'm not going to get on YouTube and say, you should buy this projector. It's a fantastic machine. I would support it 100%. No, I say, man, this thing is horrible. There's no way in the world I would buy this. I wouldn't even stick this in a doghouse. No, I'm not going to support. I'm not going to lie on camera. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's why they don't approach us. Let me see. I'm going to take this price out, because it's definitely not going to be that price at the end of the day. Oh, come on. We just clicked on that twice. Give me what I asked for. All right, give me 0. All right, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. All right, get that in there. All right. We can't get a price on it yet. I need to go in and change. Let me see. Where is he? We don't need that. We need that to show in the online store. I gotta duplicate this thing, so I need to go in and change the top part. So what are we doing from here? It's the search engine optimizer. I know that for a fact. Where are you at? Here you go. Oh yeah, save and continue. Oh, this nightmare, I told you. This is one of the nightmares I'm dealing with right now. All right, let's go copy this whole section, because it's not any part I have to do over. I don't want to do over again. Let's go and refresh. Come back to this. I have to change the search engine optimizer, because it's going to say something. I got to go on the other sites and do that too, because I literally forgot to do it in the other ones. Okie doke, back in again. Thank you, Wix, for the amazing website run. Not really, because, man, I gotta keep going back in here to do this mess. It's a shame about Wix. Wix is a good site. It's good if you're starting off and you want to build your own company. It's good. The only problem is their policies on protecting other Wix users against people who steal their copyrighted material, not so good. Extremely bad. So, with the information that we have gathered on basically contacting them back and forth and going back and forth to their complaint department, we went through everything. We covered everything. So that way, if we have to take them to court and sue them, we can show that we went through all the proper channels and Wix didn't do anything. And Wix dropped the ball. They didn't do anything at all. They didn't remove the website. And now we're going to be sending over to Wix next week the confirmation for the incident numbers for the post office mail fraud, which involved their company. What's it? We got the criminal charge. Well, actually, yeah, criminal charges do involve their company because he did commit the acts while he was at his business, and that also is involved. Posting their addresses, all that stuff was recorded through his website. So yeah, it has something to do with his site and all that. So basically, and also too, the LLC frauds, the perjury frauds, all that was done through Wix. It's on their site, so they're responsible for that mess because they could have removed his platform to keep him from basically carrying on with his activity, but they didn't do that, and because of that, we're filing a lawsuit against them. Told them to remove the site. They refused to do it. So guess what? Well, here comes the lawsuit. The first thing we're sending over to them is the case number for the post office mail fraud, which was done directly through their website. And as for the copyrights, yeah, the copyrights are another one that actually we reported him multiple times. It did nothing about the copyright. So once we go through the CCB and all that's done, we'll bring them another set of documents showing that we did basically file. We're definitely going to win in court, no doubt about it, and that we're suing them because of the fact that they didn't remove the copyrights when we told them to remove him from the site, like we asked them to. We're going to sue them. On top of this is going to look pretty bad. Chances are it'll never make it to court. They'll sell out of court. And the reason why it's going to sell out of court, because if you're a Wix user for the first time, you're putting your music up there, you're putting something that's copyright or protected or whatever you may have, the last thing you want to deal with is a site that doesn't crack down on copyright infringements. And another Wix user, which makes it even worse because another Wix user goes in and steals your information and uses it for their own, and Wix does nothing about it. This is going to hurt their company dramatically because it's going to show their company can't protect their people who basically pay for their service. It'll never make it to court. A lawyer's thrown in from the door. They'll settle for whatever you want just to keep it from going to court. And that's what we're going to do. Gave him fair warning. Let me see. We got to go from here. I need to go in and grab. There it is right there. Well, at least that's still there because one time we had to go and do the whole thing all over again when it came to that. So that's still there. So it's going to be the sizes. Right now, I'm pretty sure they're going to ask about the sizes. Do we have any smaller sizes? So we do have smaller sizes. That's going to involve, the acoustics outdoor screens, indoor outdoor screens, acoustics. All right, let me see. Got to go to management. I wonder if I can get a vending machine in here. That would look cool for the game room. We get a vending machine in here, like a soda vending machine. I don't drink soda. I forgot. I'll figure out something. Let me see. Where are you at? Here we go. Now we can go in. Is all my information still there? Oh, it's still there. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah. Cool. We don't got to change Jack. Okay, perfect. All right, now I can go into the search engine optimizer and change the setting. We have to go in there and put new stuff in here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay, done. This is new. This is gonna be fun. Keep focus. Let me see. Tag title. No. Yeah, it's the same thing. All right. Okay, add a focus keyword. A focus keyword. Focus keyword. Focus keyword. Include a high focus keyword name. Okay. We used that already twice. Okay, this is what they want. The focus keyword, but we want the focus keyword to be applied to. That's the part I'm not getting. All right, we'll have to go back to that. This one's already done. Let's see, write a text for all images. Okay, I know what that is already. Each one of the images have to have a text next to them. Let me see what they have right here. Yeah, all these have to have a text for each one of these, explaining exactly what they are. So I have to go into pictures and do that one myself. That's not hard to do. But we don't have many placeouts, do we? Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I have to go through the selection and grab it from there. Okay, that's not hard to do. Okay, we'll get that next. Okay, write a detailed product description. Let me see. We did that already. That was already done. Let's see. Media focus keyword. Media focus keyword. Media focus keyword. Let me see. As the visitors how I click on focus media description. Oh. SCP. There should be. Comes to tedious stuff, people, that you have to go through. Superior ambient light projection. Can't about that. L. XX. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Get the cap off. Yeah. Edition. What's your edition? CINEMAX. Okay, apply. I need to, let's see. All right, I have to go through that. So I have to go through there and do it that way too also. So I'm gonna save this. And then what I'm gonna do is I have to go in through, oh, God, I need the other one. You have to go through that. You have no choice. You have to go through that. Let me see. Should allow me to be able to change that from there. Yeah, I should be able to go through there and change that. Let me see for a minute. Let's go hit this again. All right. Coming through. Oh, there. Okay. We're going through search engine optimizer. This is basic. Basic. All right, yeah, because everything can be changed out through here. All right. This is done through here. 2 gallons, no. See, if we do the resell the screen, it's automatic at the top of the header, and anywhere we post it, it's going to say 2 gallons, 2 gallons, 2 gallons, because that's what the original cart was. So you have to go in and you have to change that. That's how you get rid of that. So I'll show you right here real quick. So see right here where it says URL right there, see right there? That's what you would have previously had up there. You have to go in. Oh, video's playing in the background on my phone. You have to go in and you have to change that out to what you want to call it. So we're going to call it 180-inch pre-coated projection screen. That's what that's going to be. Or pre-coated screens, we're going to have it because we're going to have screens. What's going on with you in the background? All right, I want you to start playing something different. I swear. Oh, okay, so that's what we got to put in. Where's my freaking chunk at? So now we got to change it up to this. We got to change it up to 180-inch projection screen size. You can't put the little, for the size, like, you know, how many inches, because it'll basically come up in red. So it's the best we can do it right there. Now, when I post the screen, it's not going to say 2 gallons, what it previously was. It's going to say what it should be, what it is now. All right. And what I should have had here, new, pre-coated. This will be a pre-coated screen. All right. Pre-coded superior and projection. Black Series, Alpha CINEMAX. Pre-coded Alpha. All right, so all that's there. Everything's been here in the search engine. That's all updated. So click on that. All right, it's coming out here. Save. And that means I have to go here and I have to change this out because now this is saying something different. So if I post this, we want it to say something different. What we're selling here over top. So we'll click on this one. But I can see by what I've seen coming up in red, they went in and changed and updated the search engine optimizer application, which means now I have to go in and I have to go in and whatever application where they're asking for any new updates, I got to put all that into the search engine. Joy. Joy. Well, see people, see the time I was sitting at this desk doing all this work? If you're running a real company, you don't have time to send 80 emails because you got this stuff to do. And I have 2 websites, going on 3. And I still got to go to the other site and I got to update all the information over there. It's probably going to take about 5 to 8 hours to do. That's what I say, too much time on your hands. Way too much time on your hands. All right. Add a key focus name. Okay, we gotta do it in another section. We're gonna text the images, we're gonna do another section. I gotta do it somewhere place. We can do it here. Let's see. Keywords. One over 6 inch wallpaper. Gaming. Superior technology. Game. Right, I need to go with the basics. What do we have here? All right, it's already in there. Cool. That's done. Come out here, save it here. Grab our next one. I might show it because these are duplicated, so we'll see. Nope. Gotta go in here and put in here. 6 inch. Okay, I did it someplace else. Can't do that. I have to go into the search engine, optimize to get access to that. Thunder Shamrock. Yep, it's already in. Nope, I need to change that. That's already sitting in there. Telling exactly what it is. So I need to go over top and change. Let me see. I need to see what's going on in the basics. What's going on in the basics? We don't have a product description. It says server Shamrock. Okay, good. So it's going to get a product description. New 100. All right, that one is completed. Stop there. Just right there. Superior. Told you what I wanted. I mean, that's good. Superior. Superior. Dagnammit, I gotta go back on this. I made a big mistake. So these aren't superiors. These are wallpapers. Wallpapers have FLE technology attached to them. I was in like, wait a minute, you're doing something completely wrong here. No, that has an FLE technology attached to it. There he says it right there at the top. I just noticed a mistake. FLE. See, because right here it says right there in the title, it's an FLE technology. It's supposed to be right there. Everything's supposed to say FLE all the way down the bottom. And go back and fix that mess. FLE project wallpaper projection screen. Gaming. Put down gaming on here. Gaming. Yeah, put down gaming wallpaper. We gotta go back. We really gotta go back. Yes, the tedious work of getting the job done. Da 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 da. Why is it so quiet in here? Drives me nuts in here. And at one point, I wanted to be quiet, and now just having the quietness drives me nuts. I got anything I'm watching? Where's my Game controller. Okay. Oh, wow. We have
Welcome to Champion Steve. Just leaving the car here in the parking lot. Because we got pretty good stuff.
give me something to watch on working.
Your back. I've got some different stuff that's a lot smaller. Because I tried to do a stealth camp last time. And this backpack was like the most humongous thing that's ever existed. So we're in this urban area of Edmonton. It's got a greater metro population of around 1 million people. And there's so many wooded areas like this behind me, so you can see what's going to happen here. This place we're going to tonight used to be a campground up until fairly recently. It's been abandoned because they built a bunch of subdivisions all around it with really nice homes, and that is not copacetic with campgrounds right in the backyard. So it started kind of a city park. Instead of campground, but
All right, that one's finished.
there is
All right, it's over there too.
still kind of remnants of the campground that used to be here. There's actually still signs that say what the site numbers are.
Okay, these are done.
Back in there. It looks like there's an old
Let me see.
It should be fairly level. It should be one of the old campsites, but it's all
Stock. I don't know if we're going to do 24 ounces in this technology. I'll keep it at the 40 ounces. Should be more than enough.
but it's okay.
To tell you the truth, honestly.
But it's stinking hot. That heat warmer is back on, and it's about 32 Celsius.
If we can't find a... Well, the containers on... Yeah, I forgot. The containers on here are strange. They're tall containers.
And go to the outside, cool off a little bit, and see.
Let's see what that goes to. I don't know about that yet.
Definitely potential to be seen. So I'll spring that panel lighting up. And
This one was corrected.
set up.
Is this one corrected?
And then we'll go walk around, do the rest of the tour of this campground. This is the very first stuff. It's this. Comes with zip ties. Everything already done. It's this die-cut camel cloth. And it's kind of like the material of like a J-cloth or painting. So it's really durable. It doesn't make noise.
Cap.
Very well.
Yeah, 24 messages already popped up on Facebook. I got to go through right now. That's going to be interesting. I can't show you that. It's on camera. It's all customers in there I got to talk to. Let me see. Wallpaper, gaming, projection screen. Yeah, I'm definitely going to hire some people. We did the 250 up in the courtyard. That thing is going to blow up. I'm going to have to bring some people on board because there's no way I can do all this myself. This is not going to happen. Projection screen. Okay, that's done.
Climb to an hour for hikers and walkers and
Oh, this still has the glass in it. The description for the glass. Yeah, it's gonna come out. Twenty 24. New. FLE. Wallpaper. Projector screens. All right, there we go. All right, let me see. This is Superior Alpha.
Now that that's over, the second thing I'm going to do is turn on my thermocell inside the count. Right after this
Pure.
That one, and the heart will start beating again.
Where's keyword? Paints.
My efforts to go lightweight from the smaller
Screen. Home theater. Theater.
Nothing to worry about, just a couple of cyclists. The smaller ones. And the smaller the thumbs that screws right onto the butane.
It's already in there. It's good. It's already in there. Me basic.
In case people are wondering what it is that's driving bugs away, I know there's sometimes in the viewers to jump and see.
Oh, this is old. Definitely old. That's not supposed to be in there. Right. So
It just works. So I don't mind showing you here. It works. I can see it.
2024.
And we'll let that pass the area here.
Superior. Superior. Oh, got it wrong. Superior. Superior. So here's superior angular rejection. Rejection. Series edition. Abbreviate a little bit or paint on. Check the screen. Basically copy and paste this, but man, really? Oh, thank you. It's about freaking time we could do that. You have no idea. Before, you didn't have a copy and paste option in there, which means basically you had to just get it off the top of your head. That means I can go in there, pull up stuff, make it more detailed the way I want it. I'm going to have to redo this all over again, literally. A little late on the software update, but at least it's here. All right.
It wasn't even that bad price. So it's built nicely. I don't know how much this thing's gonna be, but I've had about enough time to leave up there. Water and cool off in the breeze if there is any breeze. Much better, much better. Well, it feels good to be out there and get some air moving down me. So, the new trail is this thing here. That's the one that came down on.
I'll come back later in the night, knock all this out, get it into green, because it's basic stuff we got to update on here. Picture, text on pictures, like what the pictures are all about, stuff like that. So put new pictures in here, that's why I unactivated it.
But still think it's right for me.
Oh, it makes my job so much easier. It's reading right there, it's reading right there. Cool, this is what you're going to see on the internet when this thing finally launches. That's fantastic, that is great. Perfect. All right, that's all updated. All right. get the duplicates done.
The roads here are in fantastic shape, and there's the other to the old site right here. It's in old water. I was out here trying to stealth camp this earlier in the
All right, let me see. New pre-coded projection screen. This size. So you have to do 4 of these. All right, before I duplicate this, I'm gonna make sure I got all my pictures. If I don't get all my pictures and everything done, we don't get this screen done. We have to get the screen done first, because again, if I duplicate it, that means I got to go back and re-update the duplicates, which I don't want to do. I want to have everything done on here, completed, have the screen done, have it tested, have it shown and displayed before we go through all that. Does it have a batch number on here? 2 and batch number guarantee. And we have it here, right? Up there.
Still got the old sewage connection hookups. A lot of infrastructure still here. Well, is it ever nice to not have that huge backpack on? Home looks slightly suspicious with the camera. This place is just crawling with people.
You know what? I'm gonna put in the whatchamacallit. It's in the picture already. I gotta put a whole specification for the batch number guarantee, what it's about, and all that good stuff, violations and all that stuff on the batch number. So we'll have all in there. I gotta make a spreadsheet for that. I'll do it down here. I'll do a spreadsheet for that to explain what all that's about. As long as I make sure I have it in there. All right, cool.
So these could have been both entrances. I'm not sure. It's just a part of history, and we'll never know. Well, there's not much left here at all, except for those sewer hookups, those pipes, and it's just some posts to say what the site was.
Now I had to make sure that I talked to a lawyer about this one part right here, because again, it's an open case. Again, and as I said before, we can't reach out or contact anyone whatsoever. But we can use those videos as a form of an example, because again, that video with him matching house paint is a perfect example why batch numbers have to be required. Because again, as I said before, you could be getting shipped anything. Really? Oh. There we go. You could be getting shipped anything in the mail. And to make sure that your product is guaranteed to work 100%, it needs to come with a batch number guarantee. Not only that, the product should show that it was tested before it was shipped off.
They're chewing down and bringing them over. There we go. Down here by the creek. Is it cooler? Yeah. There's more mosquitoes. But, okay, there's more mosquitoes, there's less people. I can enjoy a private dining.
There's one there.
Wine and everything. It's not very good.
That right there, but that's one of the gorgeous on our containers.
Guzzle this down, and when people have finished their half their dinner blocks, I hope that it's after dinner. Must be what 8:44. This is after dinner hikes for people that are healthy and good. And they'll all go back to their homes, watch TV, and I can have a business meeting where he goes to the woods. I was going to cook up at the campsite, except the return smell of bean and cheese burritos walking over the woods.
All right, I gotta get the rest of the information. So let's get Parks and Recreation. Got that.
Right here by the creek, a little more light, and we're going to be around, so I can whip up a quick little short lunch here, short dinner, and then we'll get into the woods when it's a little bit darker. Got a bag of food stuff out of the woods. This place is really quieted down. people that are scared of dark. So
I'll tell you one thing.
kind of burritos. What I got was this Mexican flavored rice.
Somebody contacted somebody from the police unit or FBI. Somebody got contacted because we haven't received anything at all. It's been quiet. We haven't had any flooding to our email accounts, anything at all. Now, as I said before, and I can't put this out there and express this enough, if you're one of those people that are just, you don't like Jamie at the end of the day, and you're just doing this to get him in even more trouble, and you're doing this, he's going to get blamed for it anyway, because he triggered the rumor. He started it. He started all this. He's going to get blamed for that too. You are going to make a lot of trouble for him. But on top of that, you're also going to be involved in this investigation. So I would strongly advise you stay clear of it all. And again, don't bother with it. Let has to be done, has to be done. If you want to basically, you don't like this guy at the end of the day, and you feel that coming toward us is going to dig a deeper hole for him, yeah, it's going to dig a deep hole for him, all right. But you also be involved in the investigation also too, because again, you're involved in it. Wrong is wrong either way. Got to put that out there, because we got people out there that will literally come in and send us stuff just so he has a deeper hole for him because they don't like him. Yeah, he's definitely going to get hit with all that, but also you will too. Because again, you send us an email or anything, all that stuff can be traced. They're not going to just basically come after him. They're going to go after you too. So, you know, don't do it at all. And keep in mind, you can sit there in court and say, well, look, I didn't have anything to do with this. I was just basically just deepening in the hole, and I'm going to prosecute you just like I'm going to prosecute them for contacting me. I'm going to treat you the same way. So don't do it. Don't entertain it. Enjoy your freedom. Enjoy the things that you earned in life. And go about your business. These guys got to deal with this mess when it's coming up. So that's what I advise you not to do. Don't copycat nonsense, because you can get yourself in a lot of trouble for it. Copycats end up having the same sentence as the people that actually committed the crimes. They can get the same sentence. You don't want any of that. I got to go in right now. I'm done here, and I have to call that particular branch. I've sent all those emails over there right now. All right, let me see. All this is done. All this is finished. At least we got that completed.
They don't go stale very easy, and they're pretty possible to squish. So I've been struggling over the years to find a decent can opener. This isn't one of them.
The quest for man to find a decent can opener virtually impossible.
I'll just scoop that.
All right, so that's all updated on the site.
I know you can open up the other end and slide it out, but I want as few sharp edges as possible in the pack, and I'm bringing it back.
Man, I'm just jumping. I'm jumping. I gotta figure out who's contacting us.
Oh, that looks rude.
Why am I sitting on here? Oh, touch my keyboard.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some bean burritos. It's better decongeal in the heat here. Look at that. Now you can cook more steep. There's just enough room to dump in some cheese too. And of course we got the Mexico cheese.
Your all new bathroom videos gotta be updated. They're gonna be done.
Of course, it's like 3 pounds of food for.
Oh shoot, what's in there? Daydreaming back here. I got this to do. All right, shipping information.
Mosquitoes are actually not too bad. This is normally their prime hour.
All right, we gotta expand this page. That's the batch number. We're gonna have to take all this off and put this into a separate page for that section. All right, what time we got here? Time. Woo, put that much time on this page. All right, I got some agencies to call up, and I got some things got to be done right now. These are going to be our new batch number stickers. You'll see these on the back of the cans right there, and then you'll see your batch number at the bottom right down there. So I can go in there and change that. Well, I figured out how to do it. All right, people, gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless.